Good evening, or to me, good morning, because it's gone midnight here in the UK. But welcome to Draft Night on Online Big Blue. He is somewhere in MetLife at the party and will be joining us very shortly. But in the meantime, I'm delighted to welcome OGR Sports and everyone that's in the chat to Tim's Draft live stream, presented by me, Dom, and probably should have changed the handle I've got there, but never mind. Anyway, OGR, how are you?
I am fantastic. I got my TV on mute and watching people lip read or trying to lip read, I should say. But no, it's great. I mean, we've heard all the draft rumors today. If you'd like to dive into that, or
we will very shortly, but I'm just going to invite Tim in as he is joining us live from MetLife, as if sort of called by magic. There he is. It's like Beetlejuice. You mentioned your name too many times and you appear. How are you, sir?
We are all having a good time here in MetLife.
Really?
We have Big Al Gigante.
Yes.
All sitting there. We got Swing Culture TV in his house as well. We have met so many different Giant fans again today. What would you say it's been?
It's been a draft experience.
It's been a draft experience.
I'm assuming that's the beers that you're having on tap on draft rather than anything else.
Oh, he's definitely not having a beer right now.
Are you getting
we are not having beer. We are having the Captain Morgan and Coke. We are having all too good of a time. How's our audio coming in? We have new mics this year.
Yep, we can hear you loud and clear. Much better.
Much better, because even Big Al is wearing his microphone on his lapel, getting ready for the draft. What's the consensus here? What's the pick?
We all know the pick, unless we all know the pick at 3.
We got. I see we got Dennis in the chat. I see we got Greg, OG Knockout, Juan, Big Don, Big Greg is all over the place. Omega Supreme, of course, he's rolling out. So we're making sure we're going there. Does anyone understand that if Abdul Carter is the pick, that we are going to be adding the third Ghost Brother? Can we just say it now? Can we say it loud and clear?
It's the pick at 3 if we stay at 3, isn't it?
No, it's definitely the pick at 3 if we stay at 3. I'm just hoping that hogwash I heard earlier, where the Bears really want Austin Genty and they're willing to move up to 3. Hell, I don't even care at this point. I don't even want fair value. I just want out of that pick.
So wait, they want to take Austin Genty at 3. So is that another Saquon Barkley move?
Hey, let him. I don't care about the Bears.
It doesn't affect us either way. I got 3 on the screen, says Big Greg. The draft the Knicks and Big T. Omega Supreme is ready to pop and lock in the middle of MetLife. I said it before. I will go down to the field. I will pop and lock. I will break dance if the New York Giants take Shedeur Sanders at 3.
Or if we trade back and take Shedeur.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
He was very specific on the wording here to avoid any likelihood of it ever having to happen.
If we take Jackson Dart, I'm throwing my phone off the balcony. But are
you following it? Because I think we're all
overall pick. The Giants select Jackson Dart.
No, but hey, you gotta announce the school when you're announcing the pick. So you make me get for a little bit of it.
I gotta show you guys. You know what? This is I'm back. This is this year. The draft party is really going in a good direction. There's actually a really not like last year was a good crowd, but this year alone, it's been pretty phenomenal. The number of people that are here right now. So we'll give you a full.
That's an unfortunate time to lose him.
Yep. We'll give it a second here.
Yeah. In the meantime, while we wait for Tim, and I will get to the chat properly in a minute, but Don gifting 5 online Blue memberships. So big up to Big Don. We have lost him temporarily. But as I say, lots of you in the chat. Welcome all in the chat. I will try and keep up. So many of you. It's unbelievable. But welcome everyone in the chat. But OGR, what do you expect the Giants to do tonight? I mean, who knows, right?
I really wish I could sit there and be, optimist, because everybody in this chat has intelligence. They're the minus of, Twitter, because or X, I should say, because most people want A lot of a good segment of Giants fans want the Abdul Carter pick. They want the Jackson Dart. Like that's their wish list. I've seen multiple stupid Giant X posts suggesting this. So for me, I don't. I would like the Giants to trade back. Maybe if we get lucky and we get Travis Hunter or at 3, because, as Tim has suggested on his previous videos, he would like to see, Travis Hunter, even though he kind of has bust written on him. That's the pick that makes more sense than Abdul Carter. But, obviously you can't control what people are going to do in front of you.
Would you take Sanders at 3 if he's there?
Absolutely. If you're trying to make a statement as a coach, because I do like Joe Shane's son, what he said last year on Hard Knocks, where he's like, hey, you only get this job once. Go take the quarterback. Have conviction. But, I mean, unless it's a giant smokescreen, but I don't think Joe Shane's a good poker player. I don't.
No. Sorry. Let me just take a big gulp of water. Hang on. Yeah, his tells are, very, very obvious, right? I mean, I mean, do I think Sanders is a reach at 3? Yes, I do. But do I think you do it if he's there? 100%, but I don't think he will. But Tim is back.
You have a belief in a quarterback, period, end of story, you do it.
Yeah, hopefully it's not Dart that they have faith in. I will come to the chat very soon, but Tim is back. Go, Tim.
It's funny when it's like everything else here at Giant Stadium. The fucking Wi-Fi doesn't work. But I'm going to show the crowd one more time. We got a nice big crowd here. Russell Wilson was already on stage. We got Andrew Thomas in the back with me as well, with Ellie Moore Fudd and a bunch of other current Giants. So, like I said, it's I don't know which way we're going with this, guys, but I think we all know which way we're going with this. I mean, does anyone in the chat think there's going to be any shock at 3 besides a trade back?
Doesn't look like it so far. A lot of love for Shedeur Sanders, but I think that highly unlikely, as OGR and I were just discussing.
Tim, is that lapel mic working?
I don't know. Is my lapel mic working?
You're not as loud as you were a few minutes ago.
Exactly.
That's because I'm out in the stadium.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm actually out in the stadium right now. Yeah, I still have the lapel mic on. Let's see. How about if we got any better on that one?
Oh yeah,
much better.
Much better.
Much better on that one. Okay, I had to switch back to the other mic. So they're saying the pressure's on. We got 20 minutes before the draft kicks off. Not before the official draft kicks off, but we're 20 minutes away. I don't know, guys. I'm nervous. A little anxious. I left my drink upstairs.
That was a mistake, wasn't it?
Well, I actually left it with Lester and Big L. So
that was your second mistake.
The other shocking thing is we haven't eaten yet.
That's the shock.
And there was your third mistake.
Do pretzels count at 2:00 in the afternoon?
No.
And this old candy that I found in my jacket, because I haven't worn it since the Indianapolis game. Does that count?
No, but that might make you sicker than the drink.
or
the Giants when they make their pick.
They're staying alive here right now, guys. I don't. Does anyone got a night? Well, of course that's a Jet fan. Does anyone got a Knicks score? Oh, we also have Mark Stewart in the chat. We literally just saw Mark not more than about an hour ago. Mark, of course, is a big Giant fan, season ticket holder. He's at all the events. So we actually ran into Mark in the mezzanine, or actually I should say he ran into me.
Is Mark still a season ticket holder?
Well, you should ask Mark. He's in the chat.
All right, Mark, let us know if you're still a season ticket holder. We all know Tim is not, so I'm curious.
Technically, I still am until the PSL says. That's why I'm here at draft night.
you poor man, you.
Shockingly, the PSL has not sold yet.
Really, you don't say.
So until then, I am still a New York Giant official season ticket holder.
I don't think that's selling anytime soon.
Well, I got to see, like I said, if they
maybe you're lucky if we get the Jackson Dart pick. Maybe it'll sell like hotcakes.
They ever got a Knicks score?
Yep, I've got you 30-27 to the. So there you go. Looks like the Knicks are losing, but I do need to go to quickly, having gone to Don offering 5 memberships. Tim, you have a super chat here from Zach. Giants pick up through is Tyler Slough, QB Louisville.
Good go, butt up, bunch.
Oh,
You know what? I got to say one thing about the Giants. They were the classy organization last time that gave you the free medium Pepsi, right? This year, they handed out 1 free small Frosty at Wendy's.
Jeez.
I am not joking.
and it's a small Frosty.
This is your gift
The
from
medium.
coming into. This is your gift to come into the draft as a season
Wow.
ticket holder. You get a small Frosty from Wendy's.
The Giants aren't even paying out for
It's
that.
cold.
What Wendy's gives those out free as their on their own.
Zach attack. Oh no, I lost everybody again. No, I think that's not me. I think I lost. You guys look like you got lost this time. I thought I was the only one on the chat still.
Nah, it's all you.
Did you hear
I'll
me?
tell you.
Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear you.
All right, you keep cutting out. All right, I'm gonna go find a spot for the draft, and I'm gonna go get something to eat, and I'm gonna come right back to make sure that these two knuckleheads. Where's James? Where's T-Brad? That are holding. Hope these two guys are holding down the fort, guys. We are gonna be live all day, not all day, but we're gonna do the second and third round tomorrow when I get home. But I will be calling in, probably within the next 15 minutes for when the draft starts again. When we get into the actual draft itself and get a little closer to that first overall pick.
See you later, Tim.
All right, guys.
I'm shocked to actually know that Emeka Egbuka has reception record at Ohio State. That's wild to me. As many good wide receivers they put out.
That's quite something.
Yeah. I mean, I respect the kid. I mean, but I mean, really, it's hard to judge Ohio State because I mean, every year, every positional group on the offensive side of ball is a 5-star recruit. So
yeah, it's they're so much better than everyone else, right? It's
in the Big Ten, it's literally not close. It really isn't. When you know it's you know, as Penn State fans, it's tough.
Tim's still there. I'm not sure if he's meant to be there, but you know, there you go. Hey, we'll leave him as he is for now. Let's just quickly say hello to all those in the chat, which I've been trying to do, but Tim keeps butting in. It's like it's his show or something.
Exactly. It's like he owns the channel.
Yeah, I know. Who'd have thought? That's rude. Anyway, hello to Dennis, who definitely wants Sador. Here we go. There we go. Hi to JW Buff. Oh, I don't know. Matt expecting Joe to blow it. I think we probably all are. Hi to James. Dan. Swear if Giants pass on Sanders' 25 season will be Joe Jones. Shane and Dable might not even make the whole season. Merrill will be pissed off. End of story. I think there's a chance that happens even if we do take Sanders.
I think it's going to happen regardless. I believe those two are dead man walking. I mean, the fact that it's just silly for Mayor to put out the mandate. It makes no sense. You're ruining these guys. I mean, they've already ruined them. If you were going to put up that mandate, you should have just fired him. That's what it boils down to. Because these guys they're evaluating for their jobs versus evaluating smartly.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the reality is right now, the Giants still need a significant rebuild that is going to take time. You could take Cam Ward right now, and you're still, going to struggle to get the wins that Mara almost certainly wants. These guys aren't going to do it. And as you say, they're now going to make short-term decisions, which we've seen time and time again, and fail because we're trying to take shortcuts to save jobs rather than trying to do this thing properly. But I agree with the point James is making here that, they will probably pass on Sanders. And as I say, I think he's a reach of 3, but we need a quarterback. And, who's to say we'll be here again? Maybe this is your shot to take a quarterback.
Right now, honestly, next year, unless they completely shock me and get some fluke wins, or maybe they go up against a team that they shouldn't beat, but because they have, that team's injury riddled, maybe they string some wins together. But I see 0-6 in the division, and I see less than 3 wins. I mean, less 3 or less wins. And
right now on paper, you're right. It looks a really tough fixture list, and maybe that's why Mara sort of kept them around, knowing that it's going to go badly next year. But you're just delaying the inevitable, really.
But honestly, I mean, I'm not really crazy about the quarterback class next year. I mean, Garrett Nussmeier, you have Drew Aller, you have possibly Nico Lamaliva, but a lot of people don't like the fact that he moved from Tennessee to UCLA. So, there's a lot of questions about that, but I'll let you catch it in the chat as well.
Yeah, I mean, someone comes through every year, but as you say, who's it going to be at the moment? And you'd know better than I on that. Hi to Dan, who's ready for us to pass. Matt is here. Oh God, we all hope that. We were talking about this earlier. I think probably a trade up into the back end of the first round feels more likely for Dart. But
I think I see back end of the first round. I wouldn't. I mean, I still don't want it, but I'd be okay with the back end. It's not going to be the back end. I think if you want to get Jackson Dart, I think you're going to have to trade in front of the Steelers. So 18, 19, 20 is what you're going to have to do.
I think that's right. And you're absolutely spot on. The point I was making, I don't see us taking him at 3. I don't think even Joe Shane is that stupid, but hey, you never know. You can clip that, or Tim can clip that when the inevitable happens.
Obviously we don't like Jackson Dart, but if they make the selection with Jackson Dart at 3, which would be historically awful, at least they had a conviction in a quarterback. It doesn't. I don't like the quarterback, but at least they had conviction. And I'll give them props for having conviction in their guy.
Yes, I agree. I mean, it would be a horrific pick, but as you say, at least they're living and dying by the sword at that point. Gives me DJ vibes. So Dan making the point here that we'd have to trade up into the first round to do so. And Matt saying that Shane should be fired out of a cannon if he does. I think that is a genuine probability here. Just going down the chat, how do you feel about Milroe? OGR.
I think Milroe's an interesting guy. I rather have Milroe at 34 or even the back end of the first round than somebody like Jackson Dart, because like you're going to give time to Milroe. You're going to have to, and I think more, because I'm looking at this from a future GM aspect. They may give Milroe more time and build around Milroe. Or if if the season isn't going well, you draft Shador, you draft Jackson Dart, you're going to see him this year. And there's no guarantee that another GM is going to fall in love with Jackson Dart or Shador Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, they're going to want to put their stamp on their team. And that's the other thing. That's why I kind of don't want to take quarterback in this draft, because we know what John Mara is going to do. He is going to fire Joe Shane and Brian Dable either at the end of the season or midseason, because it doesn't look good for them. Barring some lucky wins, I don't see it. And I hate saying that, but the reality of the situation is this. If they're going to be fired anyways, John Mara should make a mandate that you don't take a quarterback. Honestly. I'd rather see Joe Shane try to take, fill his roster out and not be such Swiss cheese for the next GM and make it easier for the next GM to rebuild.
I think there's some logic to that, but it all goes back to the point again where, who's the quarterback next year? Potentially, we don't know. And secondly, is the point of why keep these guys around unless you're going, these are our guys for the next 2 or 3 years, regardless. It seems pointless. We have Don backstage, so I'm just going to welcome Don in, say hello, and then I will come back very quickly to the chat. But hey, Don, how are you?
What's up, squad?
Is you keeping well?
Oh, man, it's all sunshines and rainbows.
Well, for the next half an hour anyway.
Hey, Don, better to see you at home than, walking the aisles. Enjoy this better.
I know hey, y'all get to see me one time not walking up and down the aisles, and that's on draft day. Other than that, I'm always either in the car, outside in the elements, or working. Like, that's all I do. That's all I do.
Oh, dear me. So if we stay at 3, Don, who do you think we're picking?
If we stay at 3. Now, this is a loaded question only because I was talking to Tim about this. I said, what if, just run with me now, what if, because we already have the probability that we're not going to have a GM and head coach by midseason. Like, Mara's already peed off at the decisions that he's given them the power. And what if Mara already has a guy in mind and he's going to predicate his first pick on the next guy he wants? Because at the end of the day, whatever your draft class is for this year is going to be for your head coach and GM for the next couple of years, like, regardless. This is not the same situation where Joe Shane came in with DJ. DJ was already here for 4 years already, and they said they could fix him. This is a totally different scenario. Whatever guy we pick today, the regime is going to have to be okay with it, no matter QB, wide receiver, corner, whatever. So it's loaded, but I'm hoping it'll be nice to have Shedeur Sanders. But we all know that's probably not going to happen, only because of the situation that Pops don't want him here for obvious reasons. He's way too confident in himself. We already know the Giants organization doesn't like personalities, as we've already seen. You had a very neutral personality in Barkley, who everybody loved, gone. You had
Joe Shane didn't.
Nobody's gonna pay a running back $12 million. And then the guy who you bring in from Philadelphia looks him dead in the face and says, teams with cap room would want Saquon Barkley. The guy we got from the Eagles told him to his face, anybody with money. So you're not going to listen to the right-hand man of the Eagles GM who we stole, and we were all happy about it. We're like, yes, cap room. We're going to learn about the cap, not like the Eagles did. I'm like, our drafting is going to be great. And the very first time we get to hear them interact, he looks at him like he's the dumbest person in the world. Is like, that answer was wrong. And I'm like, well, he's going to be gone.
Speaking of answers, Don, who do you think we're taking at 3 if we stay at 3? Come on, let's have a name.
I keep hearing Carter, and I'm not liking it. I keep because
welcome
that's
to the club.
Yeah, that's it. That's who we keep hearing. The media is talking about it.
All right, so we'll put it this way: who would you rather? So Hunter's not there, Ward's not there. If you were staying at 3 and you were picking and you were the Giants GM, who would
take a Shedeur? Take a Shedeur.
Okay, I know you're taking
questions asked.
I take a Shedeur, but let's just say, Shedeur's off the thing. Give me another name that you would take at 3 if gun held to your head. Essentially,
I can't stay at 3. I can't do it. I got to trade.
I know you can't do it. I'm holding the gun to your head. I'm making you stay.
You're
3.
forcing me to pick a player.
I'm forcing you to pick a player
at 3, and I can't have
with because right now, if you're going to stick at 3, even though we don't need him, who else makes sense? You're not going Gentry.
Yeah, we're definitely not going Gentry.
Will Campbell?
You're not going the wide receiver. In my perspective,
we're not going corner. We're not going corner. We're not taking the number 1 corner.
Unless you're high on one of these other corners.
But this cornerback class isn't that highly rated. Like
it could have been, but what's his face there from Michigan? Name slipping me. Had a bad season because at one point he was a top 5 pick in most.
Well, yeah, but other than him, it's a weak. Other than him, like it's a weak class. Other than him,
exactly.
So but do you do that? Do you even if he had a amazing, excellent season, do you take him at 3? Now, mind you, we have to remember who we're dealing with a defensive coordinator also. And then we just put $40 million. Sorry. Is it 40 million? Whatever. We just signed a whole bunch of money to the other corner who has a bad leg. So you want to invest. I can't invest in another corner. That's a lot of money in your corners, not even safeties. That's 3 corners. 3 are going to be getting paid a lot of money. So we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. If you're going to put the pew pew to my head and I'm like, just get it over with. I'm doing what you should never do, but we haven't had this type of production since we found a guy out of Miami that had blonde hair and an attitude.
You're taking Tyler Warren.
You're putting it to my head. I'm doing it. Because at this point, what do I have to lose? At least I know with this Penn State guy actually likes football. With this Penn State guy, he actually can block. With this Penn State guy, he actually can freaking catch the ball. Oh, did I also mention he's freaking a beast? Did I mention that? Because if I didn't, he's nasty. But you know the golden rule: you don't pick him that high. But what do I have to lose? Nothing.
I mean, Will Campbell's another option if you wanted to bolster the line potentially, but you know, I don't think that likely. What was going to say? I'm very quickly just going to quickly keep going through the chat if that's all right, gents. So Greg says, hit the like or we get Jackson Dart. So, you know, everyone hit the like. Tell your friends, hit the like. God, we don't want Dart. Amiga Supreme, he had to be here on Tim's channel. So that's very kind of you. But he wants Sanders at 3. I'm just going to skip through some. Hello to Strider. Go, just going through, skipping through.
We all, I mean, I would love the Titans to swerve to Sanders, but I'm pretty sure it's been known.
I think that's locked in, right? They're going Cam Ward.
Yep.
1 Go Big Blue. OG Knockout is here. 2 Greg still asking us to hit the likes.
I mean, if here and you haven't hit the like, what's wrong with you?
Well, quite.
Yeah, you gotta hit that like.
Last time I looked, we were at 13 likes. Let's try and get this stream up to 50 likes for Tim. Joe YG Sports, don't screw this up. I think that's what we're all hoping, but I think we all know what's happening. As mentioned earlier, Don is here offering some free memberships. Zach
You're
is
welcome,
here.
you heathens.
Zach is here, and he was helping us out with the Knicks score earlier. Davey reminding Tim of his promise to break out the moves. If we take Sanders at 3, I think we all think he's safe. Trenton's here too. And Greg is going to scream in the middle of the street if we get Dart. So, you know, if you're Greg's neighbor, you know, I hope you're wearing ear defenders. You might need it. I'm hoping this isn't true, by the way. I saw a spoof on this earlier, but go on, OGR.
Is that what we call earplugs, ear defenders?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that was proper.
Oh, they're called earplugs here too, but someone I was talking to, if it was American, was called them ear defenders. So I was, I figured that's what you guys called them. But yeah, earplugs. They literally plug in your ear, right?
Yeah.
We are seconds away from the draft starting. I mean, anyone expecting anything other than Cam Ward from the Titans?
No, I'd be, unless Cleveland really gets because the murmurs have been Chicago coming up to 2 or 3 to make sure they get Genty because they're afraid he's going to go. I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, I wouldn't mind Chicago coming up because then that means at least Hunter drops down to 3. And even though we really don't need Travis either, he's, the better of the 2 evils, I should say. I'd walk away being okay with that.
Where do you think, if we did draft Hunter, where would you guys play him? Which side of the ball?
I've made it clear on Tim Stream multiple times, CB. So
you said, yeah.
Well, we already know what he wants, and this organization has no huevos, and they're bending the knee to first-round picks. Or I should say, this organization is bending their knee to the first-round picks. We see what they did with Neighbors last year. Gave him the number 1 number. Didn't earn squat for it. And now you want it. Now you're going to have to draft a guy that if you do, I mean, he can play wide receiver and cornerback, but he also stated that's what he wants to do. And he does not want to go to a team that won't allow him to do both.
I mean, I got no problem letting him play wide receiver and cornerback, but you're going to draw plays on offense. You're not just going to sit there and go, okay, Travis, you're going to throw him out every down.
No, of course not. You're going to put him in spots to succeed. But once again, how will that match with Neighbors' attitude? Well, not even attitude. With Neighbors' confidence of always getting the ball, or was that, or is it just a fluke?
But if you're Neighbors, I mean, every good wide receiver duo in the NFL, there's a Batman to the Robin. You know, Randy, even though Moss overtook Chris Carter, who was the number one target for the Vikings, and you don't see Chris Carter batting an eyelash because he knew with Randy Moss his life was going to be easier.
Yeah, but Chris Carter is definitely not neighbors in the mentality standpoint at this point, because
at some point you got to grow up. It's just the reality of the situation.
But is he going to grow up in his second season? Like, he's going to have to make a major jump in his second season of maturity, because Chris Carter was already been in the game for a while before the Randy situation even happened. And then when Randy did come in, he already became a mentor to him because he already knew like what the kid could be. That's a veteran talking to a kid. This is a second-year player with another kid. But that's all semantics. When it happens, it happens. I guess we'll deal with it then. But I mean, a player that fits two needs, that's not going to be a major need once hopefully the corner gets healthy. Crossing fingers. We know how leg injuries are. Those are really, really finicky. But wide receiver wise, we're paying Slayton. We're paying Slayton to be a number 3 at that point for those drawn up plays. Like I said, he's not going to be out there all the time, but he's going to have to focus. Like we said before, he went with Deion Sanders for a reason. Corner should be his calling, is going to be his calling. He's going to make his future for money wise will be just as good for being a CB than it'll be for a wide receiver, because we see these corners getting paid ridiculous amount of money. Why? To hold these expensive, ridiculous wide receivers. So if it's money he wants, corner he can stay at, and his craft should be corner. I'm going to corner, boy. I'm like, hey, come up in here, corner, CB.
Here's an interesting stat from NFL Network. Three quarterbacks have been taken in the first round, 8 out of the last 9 drafts. Do you guys think happens tonight? Quick yes or no, and then we got to get back to the chat.
Yes. 3 in the first round, easily. Yeah. Somebody's gonna sneak into the first round and probably try to take Dart. And I'm still not understanding all this love for him. I have a colleague who has connections with Mississippi State, that has connections with Ole Miss. And his people, not impressed with Dart at all at the college level. Not impressed with him. He had a very okay season of throwing the ball, not to spread it out. I seen the highlights. His highlights weren't even impressive of spreading out the ball. It was a guy running free most of the time, and then he's giving them the ball. But anybody can do that. Anticipation.
He lacks decision making. He's undersized. I don't think he's got the best arm in the world. At best, he's a developmental pick. I wouldn't be shocked to see him go in the first round. I think 3 will go, but to Don's point, there shouldn't be 3. I don't know what you think, OJR.
I don't think there should be 3. I think two max, and even then, I think that's a reach. I think both guys are, the developmental guys should be rightfully in the 3rd round, but quarterback needy teams will convince themselves that they can coach them up.
Yep. We see it every year, do we not? That they will reach for the heavens for a quarterback, because as we know, like it runs everything.
Don, Tim's going to be hopping in pretty soon, so let's get to.
I was going to say, yeah. So I've skipped through some of the chat already and pulled you up on the screens. Thanks all for joining. Greg's wants Shador for the star power, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think this is probably where we're all at, right? Giants should be trading back right now, unless Shador's there at 3, which he will be, but we just don't expect it. I think that's where we're all.
If Travis there is at 3, I think that's the only guy that I would draft at 3. If not, you want to trade back, I'd even take less than market value to trade back at that point. At least you're getting.
Where would you want to trade back to, and then who would you want to be picking?
Any team willing to come up. I mean, you've got to figure out a team that needs edge rush that would be willing to come up. Maybe I wouldn't even mind going back to 4. If New England wants to jump up 1 spot to take Abdul, great. Obviously, in New Orleans, if they're enamored with Shador and they want to secure themselves Shador, I wouldn't mind that. Chicago is a possibility. If Dallas wants to get in front of Chicago, come up to us. But I don't see that happening, obviously because of interaction. Trying to think any other. There's no really other running back.
Do Jacksonville try and come up to get Genty? I mean, that's a rumor I've heard today. I don't.
I
need to.
I would.
That's a huge rumor. Yep, that's the big rumor today.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind trading. I wouldn't mind trading with Jacksonville, or just put Jacksonville and Chicago in a bidding war.
I mean, that's your ideal, isn't it? That you get a bidding war between teams, right? But I don't see why the Pats will need to trade up because I'm assuming they're taking linemen. Unless someone's coming up to 3 to take a running back, I can't see why Jacksonville would want to trade up.
There is rumors that New England likes. I mean, New England does like themselves a pass rusher. Obviously, they're in need of a pass rusher, so possibly New England coming up to secure their guy just in case somebody wants to leapfrog them. But you're right. New England's probably going to stay pat, most likely. But I could see that.
Because I think they've got some good picks there, right? I mean, even if Carter goes at 3, there is still Jalen Walker there as well,
and then obviously the tackle.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they got options. I don't see why they would trade up. And as I say, unless there's a running back, with the Bears trading up for Genty, I don't see why Jacksonville need to because they're at 5, right? Yes, 5.
And it's a very deep running back class. I mean, it is laced up and down with talent. The big rumor is not even besides Gentry, the running back out of North Carolina is getting a lot of traction right now. Also, Omar something. I can't remember his name. I know he was ACC, but he was getting a lot of traction. So it's a deep running back class. If you're picking a running back in top 10 in this type of draft, you're desperate for one at that point. I mean, Gentry has all the talent in the world,
right?
Yeah. At this point, it's all about the running back value because it's
guys like Gentry do not step onto the football field, all that much. And honestly, as the team, as the NFL transitions to more of a, as it's been more of a speed game and spreading out teams and whatnot. Well, the only way to counter that, and you've seen it happening slowly, is teams have been bulking up on the offensive line and going run. Because if you want to get small, we'll get big.
Yeah,
what is that going to do for you if I can just move the ball 5-10 yards? You're actually going to see old school football come back, I believe, at some point here. I don't know if it's going to break into the college game so much, but you will see it come back in the NFL because, I mean, it's always the speed power dynamic. I mean, if I got this Hall of Fame offensive line and look at what the Eagles did. They built that offensive line and they ran the ball down people's throats and it got them to a Super Bowl win. It's a copycat league. Teams are going to do it. That's why guys like Genty, these home run hitters that also can run with power and run behind their pads. That's what you're going to see. And the Titans are on the clock for anybody. So I just don't want them 10 minutes.
I mean, they're going to eke this out, right, for the network. I'm pretty sure that this is what
they always do. It's always like that for the number one because we all know who you're going to pick.
Well, also, unless you're trading out, right, you know who you're picking because you've had days to do it and no one can overtake you. It's not like you need to go, crap, someone's picked what I thought.
Exactly. Before
I forget. Fell asleep at the wheel and, Cleveland gets the ticket in, Cam Ward. I'd love to see one team do it. And if any team's going to do it, it's going to be the Titans.
I think that happens like every, decade or so that we see that type of thing happen. I remember seeing that when Minnesota messed up the pick and they were supposed to grab somebody and other team just ran up and ended up getting the guy that they wanted. I'm like, how do you do that? How?
It should be a sackable offense, right? Speaking of sackable offenses, Robert here saying if they take Carter, they're guaranteed to be looking for a new coach and GM next year. OGR and I was talking about this earlier. I think that likely anyway. And Strider's just asking where Tim is. Tim will be rejoining us from MetLife very soon. We are waiting for his reappearance. He should be eating right now. So hopefully we will see him back soon.
Hey, Dom, Tim isn't here, so I can ask this question now because I already told Tim if he's away, I'm going to talk shop with you. What's going on with Arsenal right now? Because I'm hearing some rumors in the transfer window of Ollie Watkins
Nah, can't you see? Nah, man, that's not gonna. I mean, we do it very quickly, right? That's not gonna happen. Like that was January or bust. Arsenal will be big this window. Season's been disappointing. We might rescue it with the Champions League, but we should get back to the draft. But
yeah, I had to sneak that in there because I told Tim I'm gonna sneak that in there while he's away. As long as you don't do it when I'm on.
What was I going to say? Let me just quickly do what Tim would do in this situation. You're wonkered. I'm joking.
Dang, cold-blooded out here.
But there we go. Oh,
I mean, honestly, after today, after we pick, this is another year. I'm glad we're getting it out the way instead of being in anguish of waiting the whole draft and be like, who we're gonna get, unless we trade out. Then if we trade out, then it's gonna be worth it because let me put in parentheses, be worth it if we do trade out, and then we can be like, all right, now we have all these different possibilities of what possibly can happen instead of sitting there at 3 and we're like getting it over. Like, okay, well, see you guys tomorrow. Because unless he trades back into the first round, but
I mean, trading out makes so much sense. Trading out makes so much sense, right? We've got so many needs. There's no real sort of major sort of standout for us at 3. You trade back, get some more picks and get some more pieces in. That's sort of sensible, laying the foundations for, next year, because this year's not going to be good, right? I mean, it just makes.
We still need another linebacker. We still need another middle line. Like we still need another signal caller for the defense. Still need a middle linebacker. Still need another safety. We still need. We have our depth.
John, do you want to just go with what we don't need? It's a quicker list.
Pick's in, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
Pick is in, is it? I mean, this is going to be Cam Ward, right?
We think so.
Yeah, Captain Alvarez wants Jalen Milroe if we're taking.
They only went down to the 5-minute mark, so hats off. So obviously Cleveland's on the clock, so we're a little bit closer here. I'm surprised James and them are not here yet.
Yeah, James said he was popping in. I haven't seen him pop up at the bottom there, but there we go. Brian agrees with you, by the way. Well, all of us. He's not a first-round worthy pick. Yeah, we've all heard the rumors that we could be trading up, and given that our poker face GM is not great at hiding what he's doing, that seems likely. Well, while we wait for that first-round pick, the man himself is back. I shall bring him in now. Here he is, live from Giant Stadium. Tim, the pick is in. We can't hear you, my friend.
How about now?
There we go. We can hear you now. There you go.
Here we go. We got the first pick in, guys. Colin Sloth.
Travis Hunter.
He wants a shot. I know. It's a shot.
I didn't see that coming.
I neither did I.
We got Big James in the house.
Yo.
What's up?
Oh, sugar nugget.
Yo.
We got everyone sitting here waiting for this pick. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Carry on.
Okay, good. It's hard to tell because, like I said, you got a lot of people. We're going to show the crowd.
Oh, wow. Big surprise.
So the big question is, what's the pick at 2?
Big surprise coming. Big surprise.
Him, Fedor Sanders at 2.
It's going to be a trade.
I hope to God not.
If it is a trade, Tim, it works in our favor. If it is a trade.
What's that? That one. We got a Jaguar pick coming in at 2, guys.
The Jags traded for 2?
They traded
for 2, guys.
They're going to take Genty.
Jags are in the driver's seat.
I can't believe I just predicted that. What is this nonsense?
I mean, sorry, Tim. I was saying earlier, why would they trade up here for Genty?
Could it be Abdul
We
Carter?
suck.
It's either Abdul or Genty. Let's stick club with Travis Hunter.
A big trade, guys. What do we think it's going to be?
I think it's going to be Genty.
Yeah, I do too.
It's got to be.
Dom, what are you thinking?
Genty, they can only, for my mind, have panicked that the Bears were going to trade up with the Giants at 3 to take Genty.
But they have a Travis ATM.
But he's.
I would think they're taking Carter.
Prone. But he's injury prone.
We're saying Travis Hunter to Jacksonville.
I'm saying Genty Soto GR. James is saying Travis Hunter.
I'm saying Travis Hunter.
This is genuinely exciting. This happens rarely.
This is a big trade.
Oh, because they lost Jalen Ramsey, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be Hunter,
That's
yeah.
right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hunter.
So it's going to be Hunter, yeah, because they lost Jalen Ramsey, yeah.
What is the chat saying?
Wait a minute.
I'm just going to come to the chat here. Hang on, Don. OG Knockout is saying that he's on Travis Hunter watch. Daryl Jackson saying Jacksonville about to get Carter. And a tongue-in-cheek one here. Jackson Dart is going.
Jackson, I wish it is. I hope to God they take Jackson Dart.
So,
Jackson Dart's the pick?
I think it was from Joe Rev. Joe Rev, slightly tongue-in-cheek, but Carter sort of seems to be what people are saying. The trade is Cleveland got a first next year plus a second and a fourth.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Good deal.
They have Brian Thomas Jr. So the question is, if they go Travis Hunter, is he going D? Because they lost Jalen Ramsey a while ago, though. Jalen Ramsey, they didn't lose recently.
Jalen Ramsey for a few years.
It's been a few years. I'm bugging. My fault, y'all.
Well, remember he wanted the Brinks truck and he brought it to training camp, and the Rams.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah.
All right, guys.
But they still need a secondary.
We got Cam Ward talking. We have 4 minutes left on the pick here. 4 minutes.
Yeah, go on, Tim.
We're live from MetLife Stadium.
Well, they're showing Travis right now. He's not on the phone yet, so.
Is this girl? You see his girl, OGR?
His girl's on the phone.
That's one ugly girl if it is.
All right.
Oh, man.
Do the Giants straight out of this pick.
Greg says the Jacks overpaid.
Or is Trevor Lawrence on the block and they take Shedeur Sanders?
Don't say that.
I mean, let's say they take Shedeur.
That would leave us.
Don't say that.
With Jackson Dart.
Stop it. All of you stop saying that right now.
All right, everyone in use and forgetting.
James,
1, 2, 3, Jackson Dart.
I'm not doing. I'm not
the
putting
pick
that
is in, guys. The pick is in.
So
the pick is in.
The pick is in. If indeed, let's just say it is Jackson Dart, just for odds.
The pick is in. Oh my God, it is Jackson Dart. I don't know if we're a little early.
I mean, people are going to be ringing your. Let's just say they don't take Travis Hunter. Your phone's going to be ringing off the hook for teams that do want Travis Hunter. At that point, I wouldn't mind trading out of that pick at that point.
And there might be people after Carter too, of course.
All right, guys. Technically, Zach Attack is right. The Giants are on the clock.
Oh my God. Here we go.
Giants are on the clock.
Well,
oh my God.
Very shortly.
The Giants are on the clock.
We can but hope this is a trade out.
It all depends
I'm hoping the God they take Abdul Carter.
Oh my God.
They can't because they have Josh Allen and the guy they took 2 years ago. Take it.
Has anyone got the pick in yet? Does anyone know what they...
It says the pick is in. Oh,
I mean, it's going to be Hunter. I don't know what's all the suspense about here.
I don't know.
Either Hunter or Carter. I mean, who are you trading up and giving up all those assets for?
What I find funny is the Jacksonville Jaguars have 2 premier defensive ends, and people here are saying, well, you can't take Abdul Carter.
That's because they want Abdul. That's why. A lot of Giants Nation wants Abdul.
Why when the Giants have 2 premier defensive ends, we can take Abdul Carter?
Because we're the number 1 fan base in confusion.
What is it?
They taking Travis.
They're taking
Travis, right? Yeah. Wow. I hope he's worth it.
All right, guys. The pick is in. He's walking up to the podium. I'm picking Shedeur Sanders.
Stop.
There we go, guys.
Presented by Nationwide, recognizes one player.
Oh my God! Just put the pick in.
What's going on here?
We need the suspense, man.
I
We
mean,
gotta keep
the
them
Giants
ratings
pick
up.
will be in very soon if they go on much longer.
It's a little bit too much suspense for me. Eric Armstead. Here we go, guys. The pick is in. That's not the pick.
That's not the pick.
That's not the pick. Don't get excited.
Oh my God.
Let's see what the
get it
crowd
done
thinks
already.
when this pick comes in. No more speeches.
They're also in Green Bay, so that's entertaining enough.
It's on.
You're
I'm surprised it's in Green Bay because we all know it's
I'm going
Hickey.
to make it a better play. Hurry the fuck up.
God, dog.
And the winner for best pitcher is
I know, right?
the Jaguars traded to the Giants.
We're not that smart.
Nor the Jacksonville Jaguars, to be fair.
The Jacksonville Jaguars select Travis.
Of course.
That was you, James, with that correct prediction, right?
Yep.
I mean, that's not really. Let's be honest, Dom. They're not. That's not really a hard one to. It's either him or Carter.
Apparently it is because hardly anyone went Travis.
It's Abdul. It's Abdul.
We trade.
And this was the scenario we wanted, was to have Shedeur right there for us.
53, Nick.
I know. Listen, my whole Giants fandom is standing right before my eyes right now.
66,
Strider here
53,
saying, "Here
Nick,
comes Abdul
halftime.
Carter." Sorry, Tim. Go on.
Wait a minute. There's a trade. It's coming through the headset. The New York Giants trade the third overall pick to the New York Giants.
Well, here you go.
It's called the Jaguars.
Jaguars got Travis Hunter.
I hate the Jaguars.
Everyone is praying right now for a trade or Sanders.
Just please, just give us Sanders. We deserve this, man. I had to watch a guy fall flat on his face and people cheer him on. Like some dorks we are.
For 6 years. All right, immediately after picks, catch the Giant live stream. Don't go there. Please don't draft Carter, says Blackbird.
Well, please, I'm gonna cry too, Jackson. I can't front. I'm gonna cry tonight if we take Jackson Dart. I swear to God.
Damien Jackson here with a 199 super chat. Sanders or I cry myself to sleep. If I was you, I'd get those tissues out because I think that may well be happening. Almost.
Now we're taking Sanders, Dom. We're taking Sanders, man.
Willing it into fruition.
I'm willing it. We're taking Sanders, man.
Hang on there. Blackbird saying, please don't draft Carter. Robert saying, for the love of God, please trade back. I agree. David
For the love of God, trade back.
Tom saying, Sanders will pull an Eli if we draft him.
New York Giants are still on the clock.
Come on. John Mara, get involved. Please.
James, it's John Bear for help.
Listen, we've said it before.
Yo, Abraham, Muhammad, Shiva, everybody, please. Please.
Blackbird here, I think probably summing up my views on Sanders.
Let's
not
take
the biggest
a
source.
kicker.
Yeah. Let's not rule out the possibility.
What was his? I got from the Raiders. I can't remember his name.
Giants are still on the clock, guys.
We're not trading, are we?
I'd take the kicker over Abdul.
I don't know. They've been on the clock for a while. If they wanted Abdul Carter, they should have did it.
We
Yeah,
need a
we're
kicker
not-
also.
Could there be a trade in the works?
Do you think?
Is there a team hungry to Shedeur Sanders at 3?
Or is there a team hungry for Austin Genty willing to sacrifice the farm for him? Because I really.
Who's going to the Bears?
So
They, of course, are here at Giant Stadium. MetLife, sorry.
What do you guys think Cleveland would take at 5?
come on, Joe. Swear to God, Joe.
The pick is in.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God. Here comes Abdul Carter.
Wait, the pick is in, guys. We've got it. Oh, shoot. Almost dropped the phone. Should I show the crowd or my reaction?
If the pick's in...
It's a far jump.
So who are we taking in at 3, guys?
We're taking Sanders, and I'm going to dance the Irish jig right here on the live stream.
We are taking Abdul Carter, and I'm going to throw up over the balcony.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tim. It's Carter. James says Sanders, but I think more in hope. Go on him.
The pick is in here at MetLife. Big Al.
Carter. It's
we
Carter.
got Lester. We got everyone here. Let's take a guy who I loved it because there was an analyst today on ESPN when they asked him, can Abdul Carter play the run? And his response was, and I quote, well, he's not really good at it. I was like, okay, that made me feel good at ESPN at 3 o'clock. We have the pick is in, guys. The lights are out.
Why is this taking so long? My God.
It could be a trade. Is it a trade? Patriots are in the clock. 2 minutes in. We don't have Goodell go on the microphone.
Come on, man. Please, God, man.
Russell
Please.
Wilson is in the house.
He's like sitting right there. I didn't even think he was going to be there.
Unless they're saying they better. Hey, T-Brad's backstage. Let him in.
Pick is in.
The pick is in, guys. There's T. The pick is in. They all look. Brian Dale's patting his hands. Maybe it's a quarterback.
Come on, Joe. You peanut butter motherfucker.
Who is it?
You screwed it. Here we go, guys. Here we go.
Abdul Carter.
No.
You know what? Not much in the crowd, guys.
Why? Why would you do that?
We had the perfect scenario of Shedeur coming to us. Nothing was more perfect.
God.
Well, where does he go now is the question.
Not a very thunderous response for Abdul Carter.
Of course, because most Giants fans are morons.
Makes 0 sense.
A guy who can't stop the run. Again.
OGR, I'm about to. Your boy better not be Kayvon 2.0.
I just want to say good evening to everybody.
James,
T-Brad, my fault. What's up, T-Brad?
I hope everybody's doing good, but I knew this was going to be a pick. He's an injured player. It's a Giants type of person. He's injured. If we trade back into the first round for Jackson Dart, I may not watch football next year.
I think that's likely.
Really?
I may not watch Giants football next year.
The consensus here is that Cleveland takes Shedeur at 5.
They are. Well played, Cleveland. Well played.
Well played, Brown. If that's the pick.
We got out-duped by the Browns?
That would be crazy.
Very quickly
because everyone knew we were taking Abdul Carter. We're the dumbest franchise. You're the dumbest franchise.
You're right.
Let me just go on, Tim. I was going to come to the chat, but I'll come to you first.
We have to, everyone knows my feeling on this pick. You have a guy that has one move, a foot injury, a shoulder injury. The stadium, I think, said it best. There was not a thunderous applause here in MetLife. He isn't a linebacker. the first 2 seasons he played off-the-ball linebacker at Penn State, barely equaled 100 tackles that Parsons had his sophomore year. Parsons, his first year, had 80-plus tackles and 1 start.
Still it's a dead giveaway, right?
It just doesn't make sense. Again.
And look what Cleveland was able to get for the number 2 pick. That win in Indianapolis really killed us.
So we have to wait. I'm not going anywhere until I see what Cleveland does.
Hey, Tim, at least Cleveland's listening to your show. They said trade back. You said trade back. Cleveland listened.
Everyone with a brain said trade back, right? Very quickly, though, coming to the trap. Robert says no. Tom says the season's over already.
Way to go, Tim.
Amiga and Mindshift
both
I'm
done with
this
this
week. As is T-Brad. Blackbird, what the fuck?
I like
okay,
that
NASCAR time. I love it.
Mr.
Ghost
Chad,
Trio.
Abdul Carter against the 5th. Listen, I said this today. Abdul Carter against Lane Johnson and the other players on the Philadelphia offensive line and Larry Tunstall, forget about it. He's just going to get pushed to the dirt.
We didn't even take the best edge rusher, right?
I mean, I'm not shocked, but the Giants aren't stupid.
He better be the best edge rusher. I thought he was the best defensive player after Hunter.
I think James Pierce is better than him.
It ain't Jackson Dart.
It's not
Jalen Walker for me.
I think I like Walker, but I don't think I like James Pierce better than Jalen. I like James Pierce way further than you.
It ain't Jackson Dart, y'all.
It's you know what? Big Al just said it best. It's not Jackson Dart. Does Cleveland take Jackson Dart at 4?
Please, please, Cleveland, please.
Reiner has it right. It's the Ghost Brothers trio.
Yeah. Greg here, I think spot on. Joe has no balls.
Lester has it best and just said they better not ask Phil Sims to unretire his number.
And he's got a fucking clown suit on.
I don't imagine they will. That'd be
we
for this kid. No. He's not even going to be starting every game.
This is so bad. Right, anyway. Dennis here thinks that Sanders is going to Dallas. As Jay Sports said, the Ghost Trio is here, so Tim's got a new sound effect coming in.
Wait a minute.
Oh, yes, another defensive end who can't defend against the run.
Yeah. Yeah. Redundant pick.
Hey, Tim, what's the energy in there, Tim?
Well, right now we got the Jets on there. We got the Jet fans going. The giant energy for Abdul Carter wasn't that great.
Well, it's not a surprise either.
Anybody seeing any upside in the Carter pick? Anybody?
I'm a Penn State fan.
I was going to say, if you're a Penn State fan, then yeah, that's about it.
If he comes in and plays good, yeah, it's good. But if Shedeur Sanders is the franchise quarterback, it's a waste of pick.
OGR, your thoughts? Given you probably know him best.
I mean, I'm a Penn State fan. I'm not excited, and not to mention the Patriots picks in, so I'm more curious about the Patriots. To be honest with you,
I think Giant Guy got it right. It's stupid. It makes zero football sense. The pick is in.
Oh.
The pick is in. Who is it? Patriots. But who's the pick?
We're gonna find out.
Oh, the pick is in.
Will Campbell, yeah, LSU.
And then
I'm all for the tank. Right, we don't know how to tank. Who the hell says that?
So then Cleveland.
We had a perfect chance this year.
If Cleveland
we did.
If Cleveland doesn't take Sanders, who's right after Cleveland? If Cleveland doesn't go Sanders, who picks right after Cleveland, guys?
Las Vegas.
The Jets.
Raiders.
Oh, the Raiders.
Oh, the Raiders are taking a running back. Raiders are taking that running back.
They need a quarterback too.
I agree with you, Brad.
They got consensus here. People are saying that Sanders is slipping to 29.
Bullshit.
Come on, man.
No way.
That's what.
No way he makes it to the teams. No way.
If he thinks
slipping.
that bad,
Big Al's been saying it since we got here. What about Brian Burns?
this is
Why
the
don't we
worst
trade
I've
back up
seen
and
any
grab him?
quarterback.
The new
I need to
sound
very
effect.
quickly come to a super chat.
What's super chat?
So King One Supreme, a $10 super chat. On the bright side, well, we all need one. We'll have a new front office after this year.
We'll have a new front office. The new
And the new front office won't be stuck with a quarterback they didn't pick. I mean, that is the bright side.
Yeah, but if the new front office is Kevin Abrams, are we really going to be that excited?
No.
No.
All right, guys. The new sound effect is now. What about Abdul Carter?
Well, what about Bo Callahan, Tim?
They could have traded back. They could have traded back.
No, Tim, you got to do Bo Callahan. Abdul Carter, no matter what.
Did you see that game in Ohio State against Bo Callahan? Hold on, what's up? He's after the Browns pick. Oh yeah, we're gonna go too. Yeah. We're gonna head out after the call from the car. But we got the pick coming in from New England right now. The commissioner is coming up to the podium. Get ready, guys.
They're so far behind.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, right?
Will Campbell, I know. He called it. Big Al. I mean, everyone called it here. So how much time has Cleveland got on the clock, guys?
They won't even update it on NFL Network, but I guess they're under 3 minutes.
Hold on, let me check. Hold on, because I've been watching the Nick game. My fault.
I don't know.
You might as well give us before the Nick game, though.
I think the Browns either go Shador Sanders or the defensive tackle from Michigan.
Mason Graham.
Mason Graham. I think it's Mason Graham. We have people consensus saying here it might be Mason Graham.
I'm going to say if it is not Shador Sanders, I'm going to go Jalen Walker.
Who's this? Oh, well, that's Will Campbell. That's Will Campbell. Will Campbell can shoot his Taylor. At least he's
Will Campbell's a sensible pick for the Pats.
Which went out in the 90s.
Yeah. The Browns finesse an extra
James here is
first-round pick next year. Unbelievable.
Yeah, they're on the clock. I don't know why the time's not up, but the pick's not in yet.
Real quickly here, James is saying we should fire Shane and Dable tonight. So's Amiga Supreme.
Not a good suit for Will Campbell.
Okay.
I like Three Skylines chat. From Ghost Brothers to Three Stooges.
Oh, man.
No, it's going to be a continuation of the Ghost Brothers.
Hey, no, you got to do Three Stooges now. Larry Moe and Curly.
There's going to be no sack.
I just want to see this pick
And
now.
I forgot to get the sack. All right, we're still on the clock, guys. We're trying to get any news? Any news? Mueller?
Nope, nothing yet.
How much time are they on the clock?
They can't.
I'm watching on. I don't know why they're not showing the clock.
How can they have 10 minutes left?
You know why, James? Because they're probably too far behind, to be honest with you.
They got 5 minutes
screwed up big time.
5 minutes left for the Cleveland Browns.
No
I
way.
have my counterpart on the other 8 minutes left. 8 minutes left on the clock.
So Johnny here. So, let me channel my inner Joe Shane from it. So Brian,
Mason Graham.
I'd like a quarterback.
Is it Mason
How
Graham?
about Abdul Carter?
Mason Graham.
Mason Graham is the pick, is it?
It looks like the pick is Mason Graham.
Wait, where did Mason Graham go?
Cleveland.
Brown.
Unscrub the copies.
Okay.
So, man, just all the hard work. I felt that one right there.
Well, they're saying the pick is Mason Graham to Cleveland.
Mason Graham, yeah.
Mason Graham, yeah. So Sanders is still out there. We should make a move, Joe.
Let's move up and get him, guys. I really don't like Will Campbell.
I think Shador goes to the Saints.
Cry, baby, cry. Sorry.
I mean, it makes sense.
I'm gonna fight and die, so.
You're gonna die, he says a little too much. That's a lot. That's a lot. All right, guys, I'm gonna call you guys back from the car.
All right,
All right.
take it easy, Tim.
Hold it. Ashton JT. To who? The Raiders?
To the Raiders.
Really? Stop fucking with me. All right, guys. We'll see you in a little bit.
All right.
There you go. Tim's going to call us back from the car, but guys, how many more times are we going to sit here, do you think, and sort of be disappointed with yet another pick?
I mean, there's a reason why you've been as bad as you are for the last 13 years. I mean, for the last 13 years, we can be upset with almost every pick. Name me one pick in the last 13 years, besides maybe Andrew Thomas, that everybody can get along with.
Saquon Barkley.
Even John, even I won't even say Saquon, even though I'm a Penn State fan and I was glad the day they drafted him. Looking back on it, was it the right pick?
Dexter Lawrence was a good pick. I can honestly say Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah.
It's probably the best pick.
The reason I say Barkley was a good pick because the Giants would have probably grabbed Sam Darnold and ruined his
True.
career. Yeah. So, I mean, but then again, you know, we just can't get right. That's what we need. Tim needs to make that a soundbite. Can't get right. Okay, we'll see how long he lasts because this is just wild. This is just wild. We're the most predictable crap team in the league. Terrible.
It's just such a waste of a pick, isn't it? I mean, what are you, unless you're trading someone, at which point, you know,
well, no,
I don't think that likely. We've got 3 edge rushers. None of them can defend the run. How are you putting them on the field together?
The reason why Joe Shane will not trade Kayvon Thibodeau because he'd be telling the whole world that he was wrong.
Yeah.
Again.
There's no way he's going to embarrass himself like that. And I guarantee his last act as GM, he will give him his 5th-year option just so he can be on the Giants next year. You watch.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right.
I just don't understand. Like, I've been trying to rack my brain around it. You guys are smarter than me, so I'm going to pose this question to you guys in the chat. If Brian Daboll loved Jaden Daniels so much, and we all seen that on Hard Knocks, he would have traded up to get him if he could. Then how on earth am I hearing reports for the last 24 hours here that he loves Jackson Dart when the 2 quarterbacks aren't even comparable? Like, how could you one year love a guy like Jaden Daniels and his skill set, and then the next year it's, oh, I love allegedly. I'm not saying this allegedly. So I've been hearing out of the media here in the 24 hours. He loves, you know, Jackson Dart, and half of the Giants personnel inside Brain Trust is split on Sanders. You know, half like him, half don't. And he's part of the half allegedly that doesn't. How is that possible? How could you like Jaden Daniels' skill set, not like Sanders, and then tell me Jackson Dart, a guy who's not even, I just don't see it. Am I blind?
It's nepotism. Every coach has this thing in their brain where they can coach up any player. If you have I can make you better. And the reality is they knew they were going to have to trade the farm to get Jaden Daniels, and they weren't willing to do it. And at what point would the Washington Commanders ever give us that pick? You would have to trade the farm for the next 3 years to even get any closer. There was no way in the world the Commanders were going to give us that pick. They were never going to do it. You could have done a Mike Ditka and trade your whole draft for one prospect, and they still wouldn't have done it because you are the guy. So because they realized the mistake they made, and I can make Jackson Dart into the quarterback I think he can become. That's what it is.
I mean, Amiga Supreme here saying Dart is Jones 2.0. I mean, does anyone
absolutely
think that Dart? I think this is spot on. I think he's a Daniel Jones light potentially. I think that little of him. Anyone disagree?
No, nobody disagrees here, and I actually would say the worst decision maker than Daniel Jones, because at least Daniel Jones toward the end of his career had that go side look to him like, oh God, and yes, in the beginning of his career he made a lot of stupid throws, but in his rookie season and even into his second year, the kid still would stand in the pocket and try and push the ball downfield and be somewhat of a up and coming quarterback. But I would actually say Jackson Dart is dumber than Daniel Jones, and I don't know how you could. But when you just listen to Jackson Dart in that John Gruden interview, why in the world would you ever think this guy has the intelligence to play in the National Football League? Like, did you hear his answers in the John Gruden thing? Like,
I didn't watch it yet. I heard about it.
I don't know. That's not what you want to hear out of a guy. Please tell me how anybody can think that you have the brain cells to operate as a quarterback in the National Football League. Just listening to his answers to John Gruden. Anybody disagree with me in the chat or in this chat? Yeah.
I didn't hear him with John Gruden. I'm interested to know what that was like.
So
yeah, I haven't heard it yet either. I heard it was pretty bad though, like you said.
No, if you guys go to Barstool Sports, they have an hour-long interview with Jack Dart and John Gruden, and you should hear how he's frying this kid. And people were actually giving him credit, and I'm like, stop it.
You know who had a good one? Kyle McCord. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry, guys.
Hey, at this point, I'd be okay with Kyle McCord. 4th round.
I mean, if anything, round. Yeah, I'll take a 4th. I'll take fit. No, you gotta take him 4th.
Guys, how we feeling if it transpires after the draft that we turn down a chance to trade out of 3? Because obviously you have to have a trade pile and you have to have the offers. If we didn't have it, then you can't blame Joe Shane for making a pick at 3. But do we think there were likely offers, and how do we feel if we did turn down offers? Because I wouldn't be shocked if that was the case.
Shane, in his own nepotism, just hung up the phone. He didn't even field calls.
It wouldn't surprise me either. It would not surprise me if he had somebody on the phone and he's like, you know what, I'm good. Because he's the smartest guy in the room. He can't.
Well, Joe Shane knows the market.
Yeah.
Well, he's in tune
with the streets.
No one picked him up, right?
He was just saying the streets.
By the way, your selection is in, guys.
Who are the Jets going, by the way? They're on the clock now after Genty.
I think the Jets are going to go O-line. I think the Jets go O-line.
No, they went Genty.
No, Raiders went Genty.
Yeah, I knew
that. Wow.
No way.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, I knew that.
Hang on. Did you just say the New York Jets?
No, the Raiders.
The
Raiders went Genty.
I was like, what? Wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's the Raiders. Wait a minute, what's going on today? I'm so confused and lost.
I think the Jets are going to go offensive.
Sorry, Don, was that you talking or was that Joe Shane when you said you were confused and lost? I was just
That's a good one, like that. Oh, sugar nuggets. Okay.
I'm gonna give the peanut butter man to the end of the round because again, if Sanders gets past the Saints, I mean. We got to jump back in and get him.
But hey, what
it have to jump ahead of the Steelers, right? As OGR said earlier.
I do this to you, James. I hate to do this.
Go ahead, Lex. You son of a biscuit. Go ahead.
Okay, so this is going to be your kryptonite. What if Sanders is still on the board? We trade back into the 1st round before the Steelers because that makes the most logical sense, and we draft Jack Dart.
Yo, I would.
Why would you say something like that?
If I was younger, I probably would have threw my phone.
I can't.
If I was younger, I would have threw my phone. If I actually watched that happen, that would be insane.
What? Hey, I hate to say it to you guys because I know how we all feel about Jackson Dart and how we feel about the team. Watch me. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to speak this.
I'm mad you put that in the ether now, Lex. Shut up and go back and lay back on your couch.
It's been there.
Damn.
I'm already laying down.
This thing is already shaping out like the worst scenario ever. And
my God.
One of the worst scenarios. You grab Abdul Carter, and if they trade back into this 1st round, if they trade back in for Sanders, I'd still be kind of upset. But if they trade back in for Dart, I'll lose it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll lose it.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, he's worse than Daniel Jones. I'm like, he's a 1-read quarterback. Like, who's not seeing that? he doesn't throw the ball until the player is wide open. Does that not sound like Daniel Jones?
Wait, that's not even a read then. Then he's not really making a read then. Because
Damn.
if it's already open, what is he reading?
He's got a big arm. That's all I hear.
Oh, really?
Hey, he doesn't have a brain. At least he can't get a concussion.
Would you say OGR?
I said because he doesn't have a brain. At least he can't get a concussion.
My God, that could be. I mean, can you imagine following up the Daniel Jones quarterback pick with a Jackson Dart trade back into the first round? Like,
By the way, we Jets pick is in, but we won't even have to wait that long because if they will do this, they will have to move either 17, 18, or 19. They have to go before the Steelers.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I agree. We'll see some. We should see some action soon if they get past. If he gets past the Saints.
So Carolina,
Damn, man.
Guys, who do we think the Jets are taking?
Hold on, just very quickly. Jay Sports, is this right? Said that surely we haven't made that decision.
They're exercising the 5th year on Casper, of course.
Absolutely.
Did they?
Well, I'm just asking in the chat. Jay Sportscott says that. I just want to see if that's correct or not. But Greg says that Jets will get Sanders.
I don't know.
And I don't see them doing that. I think they're actually going to ride out with Fields this year.
Why?
I
think
so why.
too.
I'm going to say they're going to take an edge here. I don't know why. I think they're going Walker.
Walker would be a good pick for them. Robert here saying they might take the tight end Warren.
I like that. I like that pick, Rob.
Yeah,
that would be smart.
Receivers.
Jay Sports got saying that Shane said it. Apparently, it's on Twitter. I haven't seen that, but
Shane knows how to type.
It wouldn't be a shock, right? I mean, as we were alluding to earlier, if we picked up the 5th year option on Kayvon.
I really don't like that guy, man. I'm not gonna lie. Him and Daniel Jones, it was like instant. Something in me was just like, I don't like that guy.
I've just seen it. Ralph Vacchiano saying that Shane has just said that they be picking up the 5th year option on Tibbs.
Of course we are. We want to let him haunt the field a little more. Pick up the 5th year on Casper. Why not?
Let him get blacked by another quarterback. That should be entertaining.
Well, one thing we got to do is we got to give Mara a lot of credit. He said he wanted to keep things consistent. He wanted to build continuity, and we consistently suck. I can say that. No Diddy. We consistently are terrible.
No, it's all Diddy. It's all Diddy right now.
That's how bad we are. That's on you, but there's no Diddy from here. From this side of the screen, there's absolutely no Diddy, but this is terrible. And we got finessed by Cleveland.
We did.
Applaud Cleveland made a dope move. They said,
the dog pound.
Trade back. And I believe Cleveland will trade back into the first round now that they have this extra capital. They got 2 seconds. They got a first, 2 firsts for next year.
Hey, what if they do this? Let's just say the Giants pull the trigger early, and let's say they trade up to 18, and then Cleveland leapfrogs them at 17. I will die happy.
That would hurt me more than what you said before.
Well,
dang.
Just really quickly, I've got some quotes in from Shane to see what you guys react to this. Kayvon is going to be here. You can't have enough pass rushers. I mean, it was news to me we had any. Are the Giants done for the night? Shane, we'll see. Thoughts?
Oh, we're definitely not done for the night. I am convinced we're trading up into the teens and getting Jackson Dart.
That just shows you how dumb we are if we do that. Not we. I'm sorry, not we. I don't want to put us into that stupidity. Them.
No, we have brain cells.
I think we've outdrafted them the last 3 drafts at least.
It ain't been that hard.
Our group has outdrafted Joe Shane.
Do you know what's quite funny? The Giants have just posted on Twitter that the D-line is assembled. So they already knew it was Carter because they've got a chair with his name on it.
Oh, my gosh.
The D-line is assembled. Fake Voltron.
Hey, and they announced to the world that they're not taking any more defensive linemen.
Well, maybe they're trying to make their identity defense. That is a Giants staple.
T-Brad, you were right. They went offensive line. My
I
fault.
want to be the silver lining here.
Jets went offensive line. T-Brad, you were right.
That's a smart move.
That is a smart move.
You got Fields there. No need to get him killed.
Don't forget about the running back. God, what's his name?
Brees Hall.
Yeah.
And
I like
boy
Brees.
Braylon Allen, and they got a nice 1-2 punch.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah.
How do
They
we
didn't need
feel
no
about
running back.
tackle from Missouri?
Yeah, from Missouri.
Yeah.
All right.
I think my man Fields, I know they only played together 1 year at Ohio State, him and Wilson, but I think Fields they're gonna be competitive. I feel like I could say that with my chest pumped out. Like they're definitely gonna be competitive.
What do we got? I'm sorry, go ahead, bro.
No, I was just saying with us, like taking Carter, I know we did upgrade the quarterback room, which that's not saying much, even though Tommy DeVito's still in there. So technically he's still dragging down the quarterback room. But if we don't really jump up and make a move to get Sanders instead of if we just settle for the dart, I don't know. I'm gonna call him the dart. That's what he's gonna be. You got the duck, he's the dart. Always misses the mark.
Put that on a shirt, bro. put that on a shirt and copyright it now so you can make a couple bucks.
Exactly.
I don't even want to start that. I don't want to put it into the ether, man. Lex already did that, man. I swear to God, if we take this guy, man.
Well, at least you got a nice little business plan. Who did Panthers get? Are we going Walker here?
I could see it because of obviously Louvain. Well, the pick's already in.
I like the tight end pick too. I think that tight end pick, it might be early for him, but you got to help Bryce.
You think he's going?
Yeah.
You think Chicago would surprise us and pick, even though they have Clement still, right?
Yes,
I think so.
You think they'd still? Do you think they'd double dip over there?
I think that's a sexy pick.
If the guy is as good as everybody's saying he is, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty sexy pick because you put them two in two tight end roles, and then they got two good wideouts. It could be dangerous. Then they come in here and get a running back.
In a very deep running back class? Oh, yeah. It could be nasty.
Hey, you know what? Fourth time's a charm. I'm saying Walker to friggin' Carolina. I've been saying Walker. Watch, he's going to drop right out of the first round. Knowing Joe Shane, you draft him too.
It's just so crazy because look how easy, T-Brad just mathematically built up the Bears team. Like, look what you could do and think about moves you can make when you have a quarterback. Like, I don't know. Like, we're going to be San Francisco East? I don't understand. I just, man.
Denver that's coming here short. Anybody else trading up for anything before then?
Trade up for where?
Just in general. Do you think we'll see any more trades before?
I think Cleveland will hop. I think the Cleveland.
Yeah, either us or Cleveland. Yeah, either us or Cleveland.
Because, well, the Saints make it interesting because the Saints could definitely take a quarterback.
Man, I can't believe he was sitting there.
Now I heard last minute the Saints love Dart the Fart.
Come on, stop! We got to stop with this. Like I know there's a guy that pops up every year, Brian Brahms, Graham Harrell, going
Trey
way back
Lance.
on some of you youngins.
Who'd
you say, T?
Trey Lance came out
Trey
of nowhere.
Lance.
All of a sudden, we gotta get him. I'm like, dude.
Like this guys pop up all the time, But this Jackson Dart
to be fair
thing.
on Trey Lance, though, to be fair, you see,
What
he
happened?
played from college.
Ole Miss, yeah. That was a bit. That had a lot to do with it. He broke Eli's record.
Hey, I keep joking with the trade to Denver, but I mean, let's face it, Joe Shane has 0 brain cells. So
He does.
in the world,
No,
do you
no
think
one will disagree.
he would trade with Carolina to get in front of the Saints because they think they're actually going to take Dart at 9?
It's crazy. I don't think people realize how dense our GM is. Like everybody thinks just because the guy's in the suit and he has the title and his name on the desk, like, oh, he knows what he's doing. And it's like, no, that's not the case all the time. And that guy has proven It's proven time and time again. He does it like people had said. He just does what everybody thinks he's gonna do.
Exactly.
It's like the worst supervillain ever. It's like even with the Kayvon and Evan Neal pick, those weren't out of the box picks. He just picked the two guys that everybody said were good. You could have had Garrett Wilson. You could have had the dude in Kansas City with a K. I can never pronounce his name. The edge rusher. Like there's so many other guys that came after those two chumps, but best play BPA. BPA.
Just really quickly here for Micah's benefit. So far, it's Ward has gone to the Titans. The Jags traded up to 2 for a haul from to give to the Browns. They took Hunter. We took Carter because we're stupid. The Pats took Campbell. The Browns then at 5 took Mason Graham. Genty to the Raiders and Membu to the Jets. And Tim will be back soon. He went to the car. He will be rejoining us. Hopefully, he didn't jump from that balcony after we picked Carter.
So, by the way, I don't know. Does anybody know Joe Shane's middle name?
Dumb. Jackass.
Joe.
Hey, Richard, because he's a dick.
Shane.
Oh. Joe what?
I cannot tell a lie, Shane.
Oh, boy.
Please.
I mean, Rob is
Rob,
saying
Shane's worse than Gettleman, too, bro.
I was going to say, I think Shane is worse than Gettleman.
Shane is far. Gettleman drafted all pros that Shane just let go for free.
Yeah, I was gonna. You can't even make that comparison. Like Barkley, McKinney, and Thomas alone.
Gettleman's picks weren't too bad, apart from Jones, right? His free agency is what let Gettleman down, right?
Yeah. Another thing that Gettleman failed at is Gettleman picked a bad coach. They were bad at picking coaches.
I thought you were going to say quarterback because he did that too.
Well, he did that, but like that was a terrible pick. But I guarantee you, Gettleman wouldn't have re-signed him. Ooh.
Okay. Millen's gone to the Panthers, by the way.
Yeah, I thought he okay. Okay.
Got a question in the chat for everyone. What do people think of Milroe, sorry.
He's a prospect.
Day 3, but he'll be drafted some day 2.
I think Milroe as a quarterback prospect, and I'm going to sound so terrible here. He's more of a runner than he is a quarterback. He's what you worry about as can he put it all together, reading defenses. I think he's a more athletic, and this is what he is right now. But in the mind, he's got a strong arm, really strong arm. But with processing and being a quarterback, I don't know if he's that. I hope he is. Like if the Giants grabbed him in the second, I'd rather the Giants take him than Dart. I know that much.
Saints pick is in, by the way.
Oh, that was fast.
Unlike our edge rushers.
They're picking a quarterback. That's my prediction.
Come on.
Sanders,
you still got a shot here.
Gold to the black and gold.
Come on, Saints, take a punter. You need a punter, man. Inside that dome, we need a good kicker.
Inside that dome.
You know what? I'll go 5 for 5. Jalen Walker. Let's go.
You got to be right at some point.
Exactly.
With the 617th pick of the night.
You got to get one right.
Yep.
Tim is leaving Giant Stadium.
I wonder where the Bears are going now.
Is he still on the clock?
Yes,
Shador
he is.
Still there. Yep, he's still on the board.
He's on the board. He's on the board. I got me another strip on the Barbie.
That's bloody Australians for the 317th time.
It might be time for proper drinks.
We are going for proper drinks right now.
Yeah,
proper.
Please drink responsibly. I know this pick is hurting.
Oh, wait a minute. No, all right. Sorry.
Draft another Azeez Ojulari in the first round, 3rd overall.
Tim, have an old fashioned for me.
Yeah, let me go upstairs and put on a dress. Should I have a lemon drop? People are saying it's Shador Sanders.
No wonder you bought a skirt.
Hey, Tim.
That's why I brought a skirt to the stadium.
Tim, you need the soundbite from the movie Life. Can't get right. We'll see how long he lasts, because this is what Joe Shane is. He can't get right. He can't get right.
Not at all.
Now, is Omega Supreme right that it's Shador Sanders?
I don't know. I think that's going to be the pick.
Omega, is that? Are you?
Sure.
Is it Sanders or is he screwing around?
Oh shit! I hope he did. And I might go get a Saints jersey with Sanders on it. Congratulations!
I might have to go get a Saints jersey.
Hey, is Tua available for the Saints? I imagine it is.
Yeah.
Congratulations
Last time
to that
Tua was,
kid.
what is his name? What's his name? Brooks.
Aaron Brooks, yeah.
Yeah, Anthony. What's his name? Brooks. Yeah. Brooks
Brooks
was the quarterback for the Saints.
Oh yeah, when they had Joe Horn.
If Sanders comes in and plays damn good first year, let's say he has a Stroud-esque year, maybe not as much, but kind of Stroud-esque.
We'll go Caleb Williams, because Caleb Williams had like an average year.
Yeah.
Joe Shane is getting dumped. Right now, it's just all about getting Joe Shane fired. It's all it's about right now.
Well, Joe Shane's going to get himself fired. We don't need to worry about that.
He's like already fired. It's like he's like that guy in the mob movie you know is going to get waxed. They're just waiting until after the wedding.
That is spot on. That is spot on.
Walking the mile.
Seriously, like it's over for him. He's gonna get the Joe Pesci into the room. You think he's getting a celebration? No, can.
Dead man walking. Yep. Walking a mile. Walking a mile.
This is crazy, y'all. Yo, Dom, you're gonna have to teach me more about real football, because I'm not gonna be watching the Giants. I'm just gonna be watching Buffalo, and I'll be watching your squad over there. I'm serious.
Make sure you watch Arsenal.
James, what state
are Arsenal?
It's gonna be
this is bad, man.
It's gonna be a long season for the Giants.
It's almost coming to an end when it comes to soccer overseas.
Wait, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Don.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dear me.
I'm waiting to see if it's really Shador.
I've not seen it come in yet, but
I'm waiting. And if he goes, man, that's good for him, man, because they hated on this young man for nothing.
And playing in a dome, there's nothing wrong with that. But the one thing I will say is, why do draft rooms always shake each other's hands? Like, good job, good job. Congratulations, you're doing your job. Why do we got to shake hands?
There's a soccer pundit over here called Roy Keane, and they're like, so the striker scored tonight. Why is everyone praising him? He's done his job. It's his job.
Kelvin Banks Jr. Offensive tackle.
Yes, the gods are still with me. Let's go.
I guess we whiffed on that. Whoever
Shiva.
that person is who lied, Wonka that person for 10 seconds. 10-second Wonka.
Is it really Kelvin Banks?
Yeah, it is Kelvin Banks.
Oh, yes, wow. Thank you. Yes, come on. Who else I got to pray to?
You forgot about Sheba.
I did say Shiva. I said Abraham, Muhammad, Shiva, Jesus.
There
we go. Anubis. Thank you. That's what I was missing.
Anubis, Santa
Claus. Buddha. Zeus.
Yeah.
The old gods
Odin. Yahweh. Well, thank you, brothers. That's what I'm saying. Keep it coming. I swear to God, I need this in my life, man.
Amin Ra.
Jehovah. Jah.
I mean,
praise him.
I mean, as OGR said earlier, you've got to get ahead of the
Trump.
Whoa.
Surprise pick
for some out there.
Don't be shocked if Sanders goes to San Francisco.
San Francisco? They got to pay your boy Brock.
Exactly. That's why they got to pay your boy Brock, and he already turned down a big contract.
Oh, you're saying that they'll draft Sanders and not pay? Wow, that would actually be smart.
So and
what they'll do is they'll draft Sanders and trade Purdy for our first round pick.
And they have the
quarterback. Yeah, we'll take Purdy probably.
Any quarterback whisperer in the league, it's San Francisco's head coach. That guy can coach.
Oh my God. Yo, Lex, you got to stop talking because that actually sounds like a good move.
I know. But anyways, I'm not going to guess Jalen Walker to Chicago. I'm going to actually guess Tyler Walker.
Damn.
Yes, I'm with you there. And because I'm with you, you're going to get this one right.
And then Jalen Walker to Dallas.
I don't know. Here's my long shot. I'm with you on Warren, but this is my long shot. This is my what if. They could move and get that running back from North Carolina.
And I was just talking about him too.
I think he's that good. I really think he's that good.
I don't know why, but I want to place him with the Arizona Cardinals. I think he goes to the Arizona Cardinals. Don't ask me why.
Who, the tight end?
No, Amari Hampton.
Oh, okay. Well, I know no running back is getting past Denver.
Well, no, the Giants are going to be trading up with Denver.
Come on, Joe.
This is very interesting.
I may predict Jalen Walker every pick from now on. The one thing I'm going to get right, Giants trading back into the first one.
Hey, he's taking a nice little tumble too.
What do we think it's going to take us to trade back in for Jackson Dart as it inevitably happens?
Probably our second and our third.
Yep.
Because we're the desperate ones going into the trade yet again.
What do you reckon? Do you reckon he gives up next year's first?
No, I hope not.
I'm not saying we would, but Shane is that stupid. Do we think that's a possibility?
Oh no, it's a possibility with Joe Shane. Sure.
When you have someone this stupid, anything's possible. You got to remember that.
I'd love to say I was joking.
This is the guy who signed Daniel Jones to a $160 million contract.
Oh my gosh!
And
let
he'll sign Jackson Dart the first day. He'll just forego paying him a rookie salary. Just go right to 160 million.
No, the NFL CBA stops Shane from doing something that's stupid. Because there's a cap. There's the rookie cap. So that keeps Shane from doing stupid shit.
That's true. Well, it was Sam Bradford. Sam Bradford and Marcus Russell were the ones that helped change it.
Listen, man. Our GM is the penguin in Antarctica that you could walk up to and sell him a bucket of ice and be like, yo, you're going to need this, man. This is hard to come by. You're going to be like, yup, you're right. I got to take that.
Michael Williams has gone to the Niners, so they're going to pair him with Bosa, presumably.
Everybody's seen the movie Tommy Boy?
Of course.
Yeah. Anybody can sell Joe Shane a ketchup popsicle and white gloves.
All right, R.I.P. Chris Farley.
Max.
Dang, guys. Oh, man. I don't know how to feel because he was sitting right there and we didn't take him, but he's still out there and we could still get him. But our GM is an idiot.
But the question is, what draft capital would it take?
I don't even care, yo. I swear, as long as it's not a first-round pick or something stupid, like.
I mean, we don't care, but we're talking about Joe Shane, though. The smartest man in the room.
I said, give up. What did T-Brad say before? A second and a third?
Yeah.
I mean, if he's a
give up
both
our third rounders and next year's first and a third. I don't want to do anything that gives up another first next year. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no first. No first.
It shouldn't take a first. Anyways.
Well, with this guy at the wheel.
Hey, Cincinnati, I'm interested in your pick at 17. What do you want? A second rounder. I'll give you a first and this year's second and third.
He'll probably get on the phone. This is what I got for you, baby. All right? Got you my first, a second, and I'll throw in Casper, too. They're like, we'll take the first and the second, but you can keep Casper. We don't need him.
No, wait. No, I got a better one for you. I'll give you Abdul Carter.
Oh, God. Can you imagine? I'll give up the guy I just got.
just really quickly, the Bears have gone Loveland. They haven't taken the sort of premier tight end. They haven't gone
right
Tyler Warren.
Position, wrong player.
Okay.
Right position, wrong player.
So is what you know, Mel Kiper.
And no, but he was the number one for a long time, and like Warren passed him after like the combine, kind of.
See, I actually had Loveland ahead on my board, ahead of Warren, actually.
Yeah, there are a few people who have it that way.
Hey, you better put that board on screen, okay?
The proof is in the pudding.
Hey, Lex, I thought we had that one, Lex. At least we got the position right. I thought we had that one, brother.
You know what? I'm going to say Warren to Dallas.
Yeah.
It's got to be Walker here. It's got to be Walker here. It's got to be Walker here.
No, I'm going to say surprise, Sanders, curveball. There you go.
Stop it.
I'm going Walker here.
Wow, they compared Loveland to Tyler Eifert. I do not see that.
We've got Tim back. Tim, how you doing?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah. All right, I was having audio issues. So what went down while I was gone?
We've got. What was the last pick you got? And then I'll update you.
Loveland just got picked up.
Hang on.
Wait, the last pick I heard was Joe Montana in the 3rd round to the 49ers.
Let's go. Membu went to the Jets. McMillan, the wide receiver, to Panthers. Kelvin Banks Jr., the tackle, to the Saints. And Colton Loveland is the first tight end off the board going to the Bears.
Wow.
Over Warren.
Yeah. And the Niners pick is in.
Niners pick is in. It's Tyler
Lex,
Warren.
it's Walker now. It's Walker, buddy. We're good.
So do the Giants trade back up into the 1st?
They're going up for Dart to Fart.
We're going back in for Sanders.
They're going back in for Dart to Fart.
Sador is sliding.
Whatever. We need it. We need him to slide now. Shoot.
Is this a Brady Quinn slide or a Patrick Mahomes?
Hopefully a Brady Quinn.
We got to remember KC traded back up to go get Mahomes.
Yeah, and how the Bills regret that. Although they got Josh Allen, so, you know.
So wait, they got Josh Allen.
I was going to say, it's not horrific, but.
Joe Shane should be fired. I like that. Great job, Matthew. I like that.
Yeah, doesn't need the bit on the end.
Dude, I was saying Joe must go last year this time.
Yeah, he was. T-Brad's been on that for like a year. I can't front. He's had those T-shirts out for a while now.
Omega's Green here, real quickly, sort of summing up what Tim said earlier. They just posted a short of the crowd at MetLife, and there were more people not cheering after the pick than there were with the pick.
The Malik Neighbors pick last year was a thunderous applause. This pick was I'm going to say, was not even any indication or anywhere close to what you thought it would be for a 3rd overall pick.
Well, it's because we ballsed it up.
Yeah. Of course.
I mean, to state the bloody obvious, I mean, you know.
We didn't. You don't do all that losing to add another piece to a porous defensive line that is not going to be a stout pass rusher and run stopper. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
No, I loved it before because, like I said, I was watching ESPN and one analyst was like, he's going to be a good pass rusher. And he was like, well, how does he play the run? And he goes, well, he doesn't play it well. And I was like, oh, good. Glad we got that guy.
Brad, Joe must go. Yeah, Joe must go, man. We gotta get that on a T-shirt.
It's called pursue too much.
It's Greg T. Brad and everybody else with a brain, right? I mean,
yeah. Now let me ask you this: if he happens to trade back against Sanders, is faith restored?
No, but at least it shows that he is somewhat alive.
Hang on, James. Tim trying to come in here. Go, Tim.
Let's try to get to some of the other people in chat, because you also have Robert saying a friend of mine was at MetLife, and most people there aren't happy.
Yeah, I've got him on the screen.
The Jet pick was also, we were walking out when the Jets picked, and it was funny because they always shut down the lights. They got everything going on. But I tell you, as we were heading out through the rotunda, you wouldn't even know the Jets picked.
Was it that quiet?
I mean, so it was literally that quiet. So,
well, the Jets' offensive linemen really aren't sexy.
Yeah,
a lot of people are like, yeah.
I love it though, guys, because you walk out of the Giant locker room now. There's a new sign on the door. as you exit to the field that says "Win at home."
Wow.
It's like, weren't we 1-8?
The irony. Matt here saying he's spot on here. Loading up on pass rushes when we got no one to stop the run.
Well, you don't need to stop the run if they run by you. I mean, it seems like an obvious statement.
Wow.
There is a lot of love for the pick, by the way, on Twitter.
Of course there is, because Twitter is stupid, because they're Giant fans.
I set you up for that one.
I know, I'm waiting for a bump, but there's no soundboard.
Stupid Giant Twitter post.
Yeah, Tim can do an entire stream.
Yeah, just on Twitter.
There's going to be a stream Monday, guys, because I'm gonna do the second and third round. So if anyone else is around tomorrow that wants to come on, please make sure that you guys hang out. Well, not hang out completely till tomorrow, but of course. But where the hell you drive? Big Al is driving me like I don't know where I'm going. I don't know. Before we ended up in Newark. I just want to say something. The white guy in Newark that didn't play well.
Tim, I was saying earlier, Shane talking to Dable. Dave, who do you want in the draft? I think we need a quarterback. How about Abdul Carter?
Real world Newark.
Yes, I think that's kind of sums it up, doesn't it? Really.
Hey,
we're down with OPP, guys.
Anyone want to bring back Gettleman at this point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, did Tim just admit that Gettleman was a better GM? Oh, shucks. Hold up. What's
excuse me. Andy Robustelli was a better GM.
Nah, Tim, you gotta let me have this one.
Listen,
you gotta let me have this one, Tim.
Listen, the guy over here peeing on the lamppost is a better GM.
God, dog, Tim. Sheesh.
How do you take a pass rusher after you gave someone $120 million traded assets? Are you picking up the $16.1 million option on Kayvon Thibodeau in the next couple of weeks, or are you admitting it was a mistake?
No, Tim, we've already done it. Shane saying we're picking up Tibbs' fifth-year option
What
already.
did I tell you? Nepotism at its finest.
Tim, I'm not joking, by the way.
I got that over my phone directly from the Giants.
So we're going to $60 million.
Sorry, real quickly, Mikael Williams has gone to the 49ers and the Cowboys are on the clock. But sorry, Tim, carry on.
Well, you know what's funny? With that $60 million, maybe they can bring back Daniel Jones.
Stop. You shut your mouth.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Daniel Jones, part of Duh. Charlie Sheen made money off of that.
I used to love those films.
There you go, guys. Where are we?
Strider, do not talk this into existence, please. Strider saying Shador Sanders to the Cowboys. Here we go.
You know, it's funny. I actually was thinking that a minute ago, but I didn't want to bring it out. I didn't want to put it into the ether.
Oh, please don't put that in the Cowboys.
So,
Cowboys take a running back here.
Jay Sportscard is saying it's Tyler Booker from Alabama.
Do they take Hampton?
Yes, they
Hampton
take
off
Hampton.
the board?
I think they take Hampton.
Hampton's still on the board right now.
Someone got a Knicks score?
95-91, Knicks up, fourth quarter, 8 minutes to go.
95-91 Knicks up, fourth quarter, 8 minutes to go. Could you drive a little faster? I'm sorry, I'm driving right now. I'm driving with Miss Daisy. And Miss Daisy right now is behind the wheel.
Poor old Al.
We're going to get you home safe, though. That's
no,
the key.
I'm getting to the hotel where the bar is.
Hey.
Where are we at, guys? Come on, what do we got going on here?
Sanders is going to be high.
Good. When we get him, he'll be motivated, even more motivated.
I'm telling you right now, we're trading with Denver, and we take Jack Start with Sanders on the board. Book it.
Stop it, Lex.
Hey, you've been wrong all night. Keep talking.
I know,
you've
right?
been wrong all night. Lex.
That'll be the one time. T-Brad. That'll be the one time he get it right. Son of a biscuit. I swear to God. That'll be the one time he get it right.
Oh my gosh.
The Cowboys pick is in.
Shedeur Sanders.
Tim, you cut it out. Big L, make him stop.
Stop.
So assuming the Giants don't trade with Denver and take Jackson Dart,
it's Tyler Booker for the Cowboys.
Do you think that Sanders
Tyler
makes
Booker.
that hit?
Giants take Tyler Booker.
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Yeah, somebody called that. Didn't somebody call that?
Yeah, it was just me. I just said it.
No, I'm saying before this. I think somebody called that when we were
I'm just trying to scroll back up.
Yeah, I
to
said
say
it.
who did.
I said it before this.
Yeah.
Guard Tyler Booker.
Oh man.
Line again. So run the ball down our throats again.
Why somebody like Jalen Walker fall all the way to the Eagles? It's been like that for them.
Yeah, probably. Sounds about right.
They're gonna James Pierce, Jalen Walker. Draft just always falls for them.
Shedeur Sanders to the Eagles.
Come on, man. You guys.
Don't feel like that.
What pick are we at, guys? What number?
13.
Dolphins are on the clock.
Pick 13.
We're at pick number 13.
Correct.
Come on, Joe. Put down the Crustable and pick up the phone, man.
Rob here saying the Cowboys make a sensible pick. Who would have thought it?
What if John Mara saw the reaction from the crowd and he's getting in Joe Shane's you-know-what right now, talking about, you need to get Sanders and make something happen. Nothing. That wasn't a sexy pick. Nobody's excited. Your butt's on the line, Joe. You win, Brian.
He's sitting there. Don't worry.
I
got a pick
now.
At 19. Just wait. Hold
my go on, Tim. What's your question? Go on, Tim. Greg, by the way, wants us to trade up with the Finns right now, but what's your question?
I like that.
We've lost Tim. I'm just trying to get him back. Tim,
am I
go
back,
again.
Am I back
yeah.
in?
Yeah, hopefully.
My question is, in case I lose you again, do they unretire 11 or 56?
Oh my God! If they unretire 56, somebody should be shot.
Hey, listen, you unretire the first number ever retired in NFL history. So
they can't unretire 56.
No, 56 is changed the game for Edro. You're putting on a mantle on a guy. Not one doesn't deserve it, and two, he's living up to expectations. Could possibly.
But as Tim says, they were unretired number one, the first ever number retired. Who's to say they won't unretire others?
In NFL history.
Yeah.
If we unretire Lawrence Taylor's number,
first Super Bowl.
Nah, Sims ain't playing that, and Lawrence Taylor ain't playing that.
I was gonna say that those two personally are not gonna.
Yeah, those two they don't play like that. That's my number.
Bridges had his best game in the series. Next point lead.
He can wear a triple-digit number. He can wear 111.
Joe says number 11 for Dart and 56 for Carter.
Sounds about right.
Oh, man.
Kevin is sick to his stomach. Join the long growing queue.
Well, at least the Knicks are winning.
Logic's Fine is here saying 56 changed the way football is played in the NFL on both sides of the ball. Last offensive player to be NFL MVP. So
he broke somebody's leg.
It snapped it in half.
I was going to say, forget all that. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get real. He broke somebody's leg on live TV. In play.
But remember, that happened, 2 years ago?
Monday Night Football.
Alex Smith happened to him, too?
Like, what are we talking about here, man? We're not that guy.
Made by Giants talks a lot of shit about no longer being a Giants fan, but if they unretire 11 or 56, I'm immediately out.
Is this the Tyler Warren spot? Miami?
No.
Who's their tight end?
Matty Ice, cut that out.
Matt saying that Dolphin. Imagine if they draft Sanders, but tight end surely. I think, yeah, as you say, T-Brad. Mind you, they might go defense.
A lot of the offensive linemen went off the board. I mean, they could go offensive line again, but
their defense is shit as well.
Don't say it. We're just not going to say Jalen Walker.
What is that squealing I keep hearing?
Oh, that's me. My fault, fellas. That's my Sanders is still around alarm. He's still there.
That's the Sanders is still available pick.
I'm telling you, I can't believe he's still there.
Will Johnson here, corner.
They do need defensive help. Corner is arguably their top.
Oh,
need.
Joe Rev, that'll be the best news I heard.
Oh, please, Joe. Come on, Joe. Words.
Tell me if Joe Rev is lying, we got to wonk at him for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, Jackson Dart to Miami. Start a quarterback controversy down there. Yeah, that'd be great.
One can't stay healthy and the other can't play.
Yeah,
that's funny, dog.
It actually
that's a good one.
Be a terrible pick. You know, you got to think when Jalen Hurts got drafted, they had just signed Carson Wentz to a big deal.
Oh man, guys.
Come on, Joe Rev.
Where Joe? Joe Rev, come on, man. That would be
Indy's intriguing. What do you think Indy's doing?
Ooh,
the Colts?
That's a good
yeah.
Good question.
I'm going to put Ty Warren there if he doesn't go here.
They got to get help for Daniel Jones. He needs a weapon.
Don't worry. He'll get him injured. First throw of preseason going across the middle, out for the season.
I thought Warren was going top 10, honestly. I thought the Jets were going to take him.
I thought so, too.
Kenneth Grant apparently gone to the Dolphins, and they do need defensive help. So, I mean, that's
good pick. Good pick.
Yeah, I think it's a good pick. Yeah, I agree.
Good pick.
It's funny how we're saying good pick nearly every time, apart from when we picked.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that, dog.
I don't think we were all in agreement on Tristan McMillan to Carolina, though.
No,
no. I thought McMillan was. I don't know, man. I think I just see a little bit of bust with McMillan, and
big reach for me that
because there's no like number one receiver in this one.
No, not really. I thought assuring like getting a good tight end to work with. You know, you got a young quarterback, you get the tight end, and then you could grab a wide receiver later, but
they could massively have traded down if there was an option to do so and still got McMillan, right?
Probably.
My wide receiver from Ohio State, I can't think of his name at the moment. Give me like 20 seconds. But
Ubanks.
Yeah, one of the there you go. One of them. Like I'm just saying, you pick him up later if he's still there.
So Jackson Dart to the Colts.
Hey, we got to wonk at this guy. He's playing with our emotions. Celebrating April Fool's late. I get you.
Doug here hoping that Steelers are going to pick Jackson Dart.
Nah, he's not picking Kenny Britt 2.0.
There's only one team I don't want to pick Dart. Emeka Ubuka.
Thank you, Sports Card. Thank you.
Nobody is picking Jackson Dart over Shador Sanders. Meanwhile, Joe Shane, here's my beer. Hold it.
Hold the beer.
Hand it over beer. Here's hold my.
Oh my God, man.
Did we catch up with the chat?
Yeah, we all caught up with the chat. Strider, though, agreeing with you, OGR, that Steelers are taking Sanders. So Giants, if they want him, had to trade up ahead of him.
Yep.
They don't want him.
They don't.
Atlanta, could they take him?
Nah.
Is it totally crazy? The Colts pick is in, by the way.
That was pretty early on the Colts too. I like that.
Yeah, I don't.
They need a
like
weapon for Daniel Jones.
Yeah, it's gonna be the tight end. It's got to be the tight end.
You know what? I'm gonna go Jalen Walker.
And that number's got to hit, man. That number's got to hit.
I mean, I'd argue the Colts' first need is inside lineman, but I mean, with so many off the board, you know, it's probably Zabel maybe next, but I think tight end makes sense for them. Even Jones can hit a big tight end like Warren, surely.
I'll die laughing if Atlanta gets Ty Warren, though.
Ooh.
What to go with the guy they drafted a couple of years ago, whose name escapes me?
What is that,
the
bro?
revolutionary tight end.
Oh my gosh.
The revolutionary tight end.
Yeah,
he was
supposed to be like a can't miss.
Who saw it, Don? Pitts, thank you.
Pitts.
Yeah.
Yes.
No cornerbacks gone yet, by the way.
That's what I said. Will Johnson is sliding.
Yeah.
Like crazy. There's a crazy defensive slide now.
Hey, I'll take if we don't trade back into the first round, and I'm wrong, and I hope I am. I wouldn't mind him at 34. I'll tell you what.
He's not going to be there at 34.
I'm going to tell you one thing that's going to happen. There's a nightmare scenario in which the Eagles select James Pierce and they don't have to move to get him. That's really going to frustrate me.
The longer Jalen Walker stays on the board, you're 100% correct.
Yeah, James Pierce. I'm like, because I'm a huge James Pierce fan. Like, I thought we could get Sanders and then grab James Pierce later, but
just quickly on Will Johnson, he's not getting past the Rams, right?
What'd you say, Don?
I was just saying, Warren has gone to the Colts, by the way, but Johnson's not getting past again with the good pick for everyone but us. But Johnson's not getting past the Rams, I don't think.
The Indianapolis Colts select Tyler Warren.
There you
go. Oh yeah, we already.
Hey,
see, they needed a weapon.
You think he's going to take 44? I don't know if they've retired it, but Dallas Clark was the last 44 for them.
Hey, if it ain't retired, go use it.
I'm not familiar with this guy too much, but Shavon Rebel Jr.
Better quarterback than Daniel Jones.
Yo, Tyler Warren's whole family is so unmoved. They're like, all right. His whole family, usually fans are jumping up and down. They're like, okay.
I love. By the way, I love watching these highlights. He's ridiculous.
Anyone know much about Shavon Rebel Jr.?
No.
No, I don't either.
I got nothing.
I mean, Shane definitely doesn't know him.
Art Stapleton, is Tyler Warren the Colts quarterback of the future?
Over Daniel Jones, absolutely.
I mean, you know, that's a zinger from Art, a rare zinger. Omega Supreme, his whole family, his being Warren. Where the hell is Indianapolis?
Look at Drew Aller drop back. Just target Tyler Warren.
Atlanta, where do they go?
Who's ready for Christian Hackenberg Light next year?
Christian Hackenberg Light? That's nasty.
That's hilarious. Also, I wouldn't.
That's nasty.
Oh, Light. Oh,
Atlanta. So the big tight ends are off the board.
Christian Hackenberg 2.0. Drew Aller.
There's no major. Atlanta's a tough one to guess.
Well, they're not taking Sanders, so I can relax.
Got to be Jalen Walker this time, right?
Got to be Walker this time.
What if they triple dip?
Stop it.
They'll go Will Johnson. Atlanta goes Will Johnson.
Oh, Will, yeah, I agree. Will Johnson.
Jalen Walker.
Corner.
I'm going to go Jalen Walker on this one.
Yeah. I'm actually
going to playing that number. You're bound to hit.
Yeah. It's going to be like the lottery for me.
If not, surely the Cardinals take him.
That's got to be so dope.
If this happens, I'm not going to be happy. Sanders
What?
to Atlanta and then trade Cousins to Cleveland from Omega.
Yeah. I'm not even worried about that.
I thought that was
This is like
Rev.
one pick I don't have to worry about Sanders being taken.
I thought that was Joe Rev.
I mean, you really don't have to worry about Sanders. I don't even know Seattle would take Sanders.
No, I mean, presumably they must be in love with Darnold, right? I mean, I think he's going to be the answer.
Yeah, and then Denver's not taking Sanders.
Denver's not taking him.
Cincinnati's not taking him.
Green Bay's not taking Sanders. Minnesota's not taking Sanders. Houston's not taking Sanders.
Denver is taking a running back, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's the obvious one, as we said earlier.
If he makes it past Pitt, he's sliding. He might slide out of the round.
I think Cincinnati might be the best trade partner.
They should be on them phones right now. Hopefully.
It depends if Walker's still there, because they need an edge in Cincinnati.
I'm going to step out for 2 seconds.
No worries. Just on Revel, Alvarez saying here, Revel is a good CB, but he tore his ACL during the college season, so he didn't have an off-season process. And he's right here. Most of the CBs this year are injured, so they will fall hard. It's a long old wait. This for the Falcons pick.
Check out the new whip. Fully custom. Bud Lights can fit. As many Bud Lights as they.
What do you guys think our win total is right now? Because regardless of whatever our next pick is, it's Dart or Sanders. Like we're both, everybody that thinks assuming it's going to be a quarterback. So with the addition of Carter, do you think he actually adds a win? I just have to ask that question, I guess, to be fair.
Not at all. Not at all.
Greg says 2 wins. I say 3.
Yeah, I'm thinking like Russell and Jameis are probably good for 1 win apiece. And then we won 3, really only 2. So yeah, I'd say like 3 or 4. No more than 4.
Matt going slightly more optimistic at 5 wins at best. Strider says 1.
1, damn. Damn it, Slider.
I think we might be looking at history. I'm just saying we might come away with 0 wins.
You said 0, brother? 0?
Okay.
Like the Detroit Lions type of 0?
Yeah. Hear me out. I'm only following the trajectory of the team. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Team started under Shane with 9 wins.
Right.
Then they went the next season, got 6 wins. Okay. Then last season, got 3 wins. If you follow the current trajectory,
are you doing the subtraction on this?
We're losing 3 wins a year. We're down to 0, my friend.
Well, it's true. Real quickly here, Douglas says Abdul Carter will win us 1 game and Giants fans will call him a god. Well, they already are on Twitter. The Falcons pick is finally in. And Talk with Zoe would love it if they trade up for Dart. I don't know how you'll feel about this. With a year of sitting, I think it's worth it. Dable apparently loves him. Well, God help us all is my view. But, people can disagree with me if they like.
You know what I wish? John Mara, when he fires Joe Shane in this season, puts an Uncrustable in his hand and just slaps the shit out of him with it.
Well, talk with Zoe. Why do you like Dart? Like, seriously, like, all jokes aside, like, tell me 2 attributes he has you think will make him a good NFL quarterback.
Because I don't know any, right? I mean, the only thing you can say about it is...
I'm saying talk with Zoe.
Yeah, I know. I got that.
I got 2.
Go on.
No brain cells. It never goes out of bounds.
Never go. That's not a good trait. He's not a running back.
Yeah, but we're touching his straws.
Like one, have you seen him try to scramble with the ball? John pulled up 3 separate plays and goes, "What's wrong with you?" Go out of bounds. He literally told him he would bench him if he did that in a game, and he was coaching.
Logic
Wow.
says Abdul Carter had 0 wins. But Amiga Supreme has another question for the chat because I don't think any of us sold at all on Jackson Dart. Honest question: would giving up our second, a third, and next year's second be too much to go up and get Sanders?
No, if you believe in him.
Yeah, I agree.
At this point, you have conviction. Like even if the disaster scenario that I think is happening in 4 picks actually happens, at least you had conviction. It's the wrong conviction, but you had conviction.
True.
Yeah. Respect the decision, even if it's the wrong one.
Jason Ward, who's been sort of slightly ahead of us in terms of the picks and has been quite right, says that Walker has gone to the Falcons.
That doesn't count. I didn't get to say it.
Well, that's why it's happened.
That's why, because you didn't say nothing. Happened right under your nose, Lex.
Yep. The one time he doesn't say it is exactly what happened.
Come on, man. How you gonna beat Superman?
Arizona can kind of go anywhere.
They're not going quarterback.
Hey,
thank God.
With what's about to happen with Denver, I'm about to be Professor X. Oh, God. Would you guys want them to replace that jingle?
Nope.
It's so classic right now.
Yeah.
Nope. I love it. Keep it going.
Yeah, keep it. They'll change it to something stupid.
Eric Butler here saying, take Dart and start him game 1. Keep him until he wins, then pull him for DeVito. Tank train is on.
Oh, yes. We're tanking for Archie, remember.
That's pretty funny, Eric.
Omega is asking if there's ever been a team with 3 pass rushers heard at all time. Well, Giants are here to set records, guys. We're here to set...
Oh, my God.
Joe Rev just praying Jackson Dart goes anywhere but us. And Greg praying for the trade up.
Hey, Joe Rev, you're not allowed to comment no more, man.
So I was actually the thing from the Giants, I guess like Abdul Carter spoke, and they said what's your best attribute? Rabid all game intensity.
Oh,
what?
Okay. You heard him?
Presumably,
he's a horny teenager? What the heck? Get out of here.
I don't think that's what he said.
He hired a media consultant to tell him that's what to say.
Well, no, it just said what to expect from Abdul Carter. Rabid all game intensity. I don't know if he said it or not.
Rabid all game intensity. Okay. In the wrong direction? That won't help.
Yeah, but you actually have to get into the game to have rabid all game intensity.
Joe Shane has been speaking. They have 5 or 6 players that they could trade up from 35, so the night might not be over.
It better not be over.
I can't wait for Tim to be able to play the dip song every time he gets blown. Every time Abdul Carter gets like pancake. I put my hands up on my head.
But it's crazy. Nobody, all these fans, because half of our fan base, maybe more, is going to be so excited about the Carter pick. But it's like we haven't even seen him work out because he's hurt and he can't. He hasn't done anything. Why are you excited for a guy?
Giants pick. Tim will tell you. Tim will confirm that I talked to him last week and told him that Abdul Carter is going to be the pick. I said he's a perfect pick for the Giants. He's hurt, injured. That's what they like.
Dan Duggan, by the way, saying that if they trade up, it's going to be for a quarterback. I think he's right, by the way.
The one thing I will say, Abdul, he's not injury prone. It's just, free injury this year, and he didn't even know he'd injured his foot either. So
I know, but that's a bad omen.
Sorry,
that's a bad omen to me. Like I'm getting a car and it's like, well, it's the best car out, but you can't drive it yet. You gotta wait.
Campbell still playing. Like retired, my guy.
Seattle goes Matthew Golden.
Oh.
Seattle goes Matthew Golden. Arizona.
That's not a bad pick for them.
I mean, like I say, Giants Twitter seems very excited by this Carter pick.
Of course they are.
Arizona Will Johnson. Arizona Will Johnson. They got to stop it.
There we go.
Most Giants mainstream people, like on X, the ones that have no brain cells, were all about Abdul Carter. Every single one. I mean, you know, it was
one average season.
Yep. Because you know what? They saw how many sacks he had in college and how many tackles for loss, and they were like, "Oh, this guy's got to be good." That's why.
And we don't learn the lesson.
And then the one stat they'll always tell you is, "Well, he had the best pass rush win rate in college."
I just don't see it.
Lesson, do we? That one season doesn't make a player, right?
Giants fans care. Come on now.
Like I was saying to my boy, I was like, for this pick to be worth it, like honestly, he would have to give me like JPP vibes, and I don't get that from him.
Christian here asking, Sanders fell down a lot of people's draft board. I wonder why. I think the question is rhetorical, but why has he fallen so far?
I mean, if the rumors are true, he did not interview well, and that is the real reason why he's slipping. A lot of teams were out. I mean, this common now. A lot of teams, I know the interview with the Saints didn't go well. I know the interview with the Giants didn't go well. So beyond that, it didn't sound like he interviewed very well. And take that information, but that could be it.
Yeah, and we were talking at the top that he always sort of seemed to reach at 3, but in a 2-quarterback draft, people are going to reach, right? But seemingly not. So
I really can't.
Hopefully, he doesn't make it past Pitt. I don't want my scenario to come to fruition here. I'm real nervous in the next 4 picks. So.
Walter Nolan has gone to the Cardinals. So no surprise, it's not a quarterback, but there we go. It's a defensive tackle. In case anyone was unsure who he was.
A lot of people liked Walter Nolan. A lot of Giants fans. And I always felt like that was never going to happen.
There's a lot of good defensive tackles here. The guy Stewart is falling too.
Who's that? Sorry.
There's a guy Stewart who's like
it's
a menace. He's slipping.
Yeah, Shamar Stewart, you mean?
Assuming
Shamar Stewart.
Yeah.
Assuming we don't trade out of the pick at 34, what do you guys want to see at 34? Assuming we don't trade it away.
Best player available. I hate to sound like that. Like I'm not forcing a quarterback with the 2nd round pick.
No, I don't blame you either. But is there is there a BPA you would like there? Like if there's
if Hampton makes it, which I don't think he will, I'd love Hampton.
Well, right now Hampton isn't going to Cincinnati. I don't think he's going to Seattle.
He's going to Denver.
He's probably going to go to Denver. If he doesn't go to Denver, he ain't making it past. Who did the Chargers draft last year? What's the running back right now?
I forget. We'll go Will Johnson here, Cincinnati. Damn, who did the Chargers take? Did they take somebody from Michigan?
Did they take Blake Corum?
No, he went to the Rams.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They took somebody from Michigan in the 1st round, I thought. Damn, that's a head scratcher for me. Who the Chargers took last year?
No, they took offensive lineman last year.
Greg asking how Shador didn't interview well. I mean, because he's probably the most media-trained quarterback, but there's a big difference between what you say in the media and what you sort of say, when you're sort of being asked about what you do in certain situations and essentially a job interview, right? I mean,
but here's my thing, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna get too heavy on it. Shador Sanders is just confident. He's a spoiled rich kid. We'll give him that. But he went to 2 programs, turned them around. He played 2 years and broke the school record for touchdown passes. He's how he is. He's Deion's son. And I think what some people call confidence, when you look at him, they're going to call it arrogance. what some people look at swagger for others, they call, self-centered for him. So it's just difference between confident and arrogant, and sometimes it's how you look, how you portray yourself, and you got to realize he's a spoiled rich kid. So I think
it's a thin line between the two, right?
Yeah, and I
Yep.
think when people say he didn't interview well, I don't think it might be. And again, I wasn't there, but I don't think it's as much what he said, but how he said it. And like you said, Dom,
Chargers took Joe O last time.
if you're in an interview, it ain't that fly.
Yeah, it's a very different world, right?
Yeah, I get it.
I would be
Joe Alt, by the way, was the Chargers chat helping us out there.
And I was
good look, brother.
And I would be cool with Sanders to pick, but I can name off a lot of reasons why Sanders would not be. For many of the reasons what T. Brad just said, but also this. Some people might not put stock in this. Now, people will say, well, he had a bad O-line, but 74% of his passes that he had in college were between 0 and 1. Some teams may look at that and say, hey, we don't have a big enough selection from you intermediate to deep. I understand why they did that, because it's the Pat Shurmur offense, and 0 to 9 yards, bad offensive line. We got to get the ball out of your hands quick. So I understand why they did that, but other teams may look at that, knock it. 0-11 in big games against, how he fell apart at Jackson State in the bowl game. A lot of people will look at that and say, hey, maybe you don't have that, that leadership mentality in big games, because he has let down the team in big games. I understand that maybe at Jackson State, didn't have the best offensive line, and same at Colorado. But there's been
sorry to interrupt, OGR. Stuart's just gone to the Bengals, but carry on.
And I'm just pointing out reasons why people may not like Shedeur Sanders. I'm fine with Shedeur. That's just why I think in my head why people would not.
And Les, I like when people don't agree with me. I about football stuff and players. I like for it to be a football answer. That was a football answer. You know what I mean? A lot of Giants fans you talk to, they don't have football answers. Like, oh, we don't need the drama. We don't need his dad. I'm like, we're not drafting his dad. Now, and those are some things. I think if Sanders was more of an athlete, he would have went fast. He would have went farther. If he was that dual threat,
I think he's a very underrated athlete. He ran more at Jackson State than he did at Colorado. And I think if he would have showed that, if they would have allowed him to show that, I think he has very underrated athletic ability. I think he's a better athlete.
I agree with you, but I think what you just said is part of the bad narrative about him, because he's a pocket passer. And because he doesn't run around like a Vic, or he doesn't even run like a Jalen Hurts, people are looking at him like, oh, well, he's not, he's not worth it, because, he's not running around. It's like, no, he's a pocket passer. He likes to break down the defense. He'd rather stay inside the tackles and make a pass rather than run outside a la a Jackson Dart. I just
it's obsession at the moment right now with mobile quarterbacks, right?
Even though Ward is a better athlete than Shedeur, both are pocket passers. Nobody's going to disagree with them. They both.
No, I'm talking about our fan base, not us.
Way too long for no reason. Absolutely, they're both pocket passers. You're 100% right.
It's this obsession right now, right, with the Holmes type quarterback that's mobile, can run, throw on the run. Not every quarterback's like that, and you don't have to have that type of quarterback to win, right? I mean, and that's where it sort of comes from, and this obsession with the athleticism.
He's not a necessity. That's why I like DJ Stroud. That's why I like Patrick Mahomes. I think these quarterbacks that are supreme athletes, like a Josh Allen and like a Lamar Jackson, when push comes to shove, that's why that's why in the playoffs they fall short. To me, that's why they fall short, because they put extra pressure on themselves. Oh,
it was a trade.
Well,
it was a trade. Seahawks have traded.
Oh God.
I don't know if this is confirmed yet, but that is a lot of people on Twitter right now saying the Seahawks have traded.
I haven't seen anything yet.
Here come the bang. Here come the Browns. Come on, Browns.
Well, there's your Stewart pick.
Yeah, I was going to say he's gone to the Bengals. Doug saying
Come on,
he hasn't
Shane.
been to bed yet. I mean, it's 3 a.m. here. Stay with us, guys. Also, 50 of you watching in the chat, 40 odd likes. Please give Tim a like. I'm waiting for him to come back in, but he's not made it to the bar yet.
He still hasn't made it to the bar.
He was heading to the hotel bar. Yeah,
He
but
might be
L was driving so slowly, he probably hasn't made it there yet.
Or did Big L just hijack Tim?
He wasn't driving.
They're kidnapping in progress.
Or hit that like button for Big Dom, man. He's holding it down across the pond, 3 a.m. late night, fighting to sleep to be here with us, man. Appreciate you.
Well, kind of you, James. Logic's Finest here saying Shador held the ball a lot. He took sacks looking deep instead of taking a check down. But he says he is nitpicking slightly.
Yeah, but he's right on that, and that's something I think you could teach. I think that both your criticisms on Sanders were things that he needs to work on. But as far as him being like losing in big games, there's another person who lost in a lot of big games. Peyton Manning lost in a lot of big games in college.
Yep.
A lot. And I'm not saying he's Peyton Manning, but hey, I'm just saying it's something we can look at.
So did Eli. Eli, lost some big games in college. Granted, because he played for Ole Miss, but still.
I just think that
yeah.
Is it a trade, Dom?
Don't know. There's rumors on Twitter that the Seahawks are.
I didn't see anything. I'm not seeing anything yet.
Yeah. No, it's I haven't seen it officially confirmed, but lots of rumors that could well be what's happening here. Obviously, rumors are not always accurate, but Omega here saying NFL wants a quarterback that doubles a running back. I think that's sort of the modern trend, and obviously, if you can get that, that's exactly what they want. Shador had no run game, no eye line, and still balled out. What more do you want from him?
Exactly.
Greg raising me on the 3 a.m. to a 4 a.m. So kudos.
Big Greg, salute.
Shout out, brother.
Hey, and the other reason why Joe Shane exercised the 5th-year option on Kayvon Thibodeau is because the minute he drafted Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau was blowing up his phone because that's the type of person Kayvon is. And so he exercised that 5th-year option to appease Kayvon. Let him know that he's
appease Kayvon. Yeah. That would be horrible if that's true.
Seahawks pick is in, by the way, so it looks like the trade rumors were wide of the mark.
Good.
I like that. Wide of the mark. Just like Joe Shane. Wide of the mark. I'm going to steal that, Dom.
Or our former quarterback. Every
time. I said it was golden, I think, right?
Yeah, golden.
Watch him fuck around and take Will Johnson.
We're up to 50 likes now, so well done, guys.
Seattle does love their corners, so we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, with Tyreek Woolen, I think they're okay.
All right, fellas, I got a long day tomorrow. It was great catching up with y'all. I'm getting old. Shut
Hey, it's better than the other option. Good job, brother.
Hey, next time you go, I'll be at work as usual.
What time you got to go to work?
See, here's the thing. I don't know if I'm driving an hour and a half away from work or if I'm just driving an hour away from work. So we'll find out in the morning.
All right, well, be safe, man. Either way. Appreciate you always.
It's always fun with the G fam.
Take care, my man. Good luck tomorrow.
All right, brother.
Word. Salute.
Gray Zabel, the tackle, has gone to the Seahawks, so they're trying to protect Sam Darnold. I mean, it's interesting they're taking a guy called Gray, given that's what color ghosts are meant to be, right? Because Sam Darnold likes to see them.
Gray Zabel.
Bucks on the clock. Safe here from a quarterback, gents?
I mean, it wouldn't be shocking. I mean, how many more years are you going to ride with Baker Mayfield?
Well, quite.
It's not like Baker Mayfield's a spring chicken either.
Oh, man. Pittsburgh's coming up. Oh, man.
Pittsburgh.
He's going to go to Pittsburgh. He's not making it past Pittsburgh.
Imagine if they draft Jackson Dart.
Oh gosh,
that would never happen. That's not happening.
Now, if that happened, we just have to trade in front of Cleveland.
Oh my god, I can't believe he's like sitting there, and our GM is like, "Well, I think I'm gonna take this Dart kid."
There was I had no thought that he would actually drop this far. I heard it being talked about. There's no way I thought he was getting past the Saints.
If he drops out of the first round completely, and he's there,
I don't know. Pittsburgh, there's no way. I mean, let's not forget, Aaron Rodgers technically hasn't even signed a deal yet. So, just saying.
This in from Logic's finest at Adam Schefter, and I've just seen it as well. Pittsburgh is taking Shador Sanders if he's there. And
Of course he is. That's not even Oh, man, Shane is... if we take Dart, if I go to bed tonight knowing that Jackson Dart and Tommy DeVito are on my team, I don't know, man.
Douglas is still trying to channel the inner. Please, not any Dart to anyone but us. Come on.
Nah, Tomlin's not letting that go down.
Nah.
Oh my God, man! Oh God! You gotta jump back
the
in
funny
after
thing is, we're all watching this draft for the same reason, to avoid the Dart. We are all watching this draft for the same entire reason: avoid the Dart.
Nah, man, we're down. Would you say off the mark? That's what's going to be his calling card. This hosted off the mark. Jackson off the mark Dart. Oh my God!
Wide of the mark.
Wide of the mark. Thank you, brothers. Wide of the mark. I got to get that right. I got to put that on the T-shirt. Wide of the mark Dart.
I heard that's the audible of choice in the NFL. Wide of the mark. Wide of the mark.
Oh my God! Nah, there's no way, man.
I'll be right back, fellas.
All right.
I'm gonna take this dude from Ole Miss because he wants to. He wants to. I read somewhere he wants to train under Eli Manning and learn from the best. Yeah.
Hey, I get to be Tim. I could write anything here. I just put it in the chat and realized of course I'm Tim, even though I'm not in the chat.
Well, you do have the power.
Yeah. See you later, James. You're one good night.
Oh man. But like T-Brad said, I can't believe he's actually dropped to Pittsburgh. Like that's like a dream scenario for him to just drop right there at 21. Like
yeah, Tomlin's rubbing his hands, right?
Yeah, because he know Tampa's probably not taking him. Denver's not taking him. Well, as long as somebody smart doesn't jump up,
and
he's good.
Denver aren't trading with us, right? I mean,
Damn, man, I can't believe he was there. We didn't take him. Honestly, I gotta be real honest. I know I've said that a few times, probably under my breath, but honestly, like you need, if you really want to change your in football, just like baseball, you need pitching. Football, you need the quarterback. And we haven't taken a shot at a quarterback. Like, forget the Sanders part. We haven't taken a quarterback. And we're going to go into it now with Mr. Sierra and Crab Legs, which is better than Danny Nichols. But it's just, we haven't taken a quarterback, y'all. It's wild.
It's not a surprise, though, James, right? I mean, by the way, the Seahawks decided to reject the trade offer they got at 18. So the rumors weren't wide of the mark. They just turned it down. But
copy. It's good reporting, Dom.
Well, it's not me. I'm reading it off Twitter. But I mean, are you surprised though? I mean, we're disappointed, but there can't be no surprise, right, that we haven't done it because we're that dumb.
I'm a little surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I'm shocked, obviously, and obviously, I've let it be known I've wanted Sanders, but just aside from him, like I said, that we haven't taken I mean, the Cowboys got Joe Milton before the draft for nothing. And this guy whose job is on the line. I mean, honestly speaking, if you really want to save your job, you pick the quarterback, get it right. And the quarterback shows promise, and that automatically should, as long as you don't screw up the other picks, guarantee you some extra time.
Well, at least
like that's what I'd be thinking if I was Joe.
You take the swing, right?
James, that's not true with John Mara. I mean, obviously we make fun of Daniel Jones' rookie season, but today he did flash.
He did. His rookie year.
And it did not save Pat Shermer's job.
But he sucked. He sucked like just as a spokesperson, like in interviews and his press conferences, like just as as the head coach, you got to be a leader. He sucked at that. Like he sucked at the other stuff. I know he was working with Jones and he did look his best under him, but they're showing Sanders and Dion now. But I mean, I just think if you draft a quarterback, you get it right. The quarterback actually brings some excitement. He shows some promise. I would think that with the way Mara has been, at least the way he is now, I think it would give them an extra year or two of life.
All right, here we go. Is my prediction coming to fruition or not?
The Bucks have taken Ibuka.
I took my man.
Reporting that the Giants need to trade up, and he's hoping so. But Denver are going to take a running back, right? I mean,
yeah, I believe that they're taking running back.
Logic's Finest has a question for you, James. If Shador comes to the Giants, what does the team have around him? Mara makes bad moves. Shador can't save the Giants. I mean, he's a starting block, right? I mean, he's a starting piece. That's what you got to hope. And Ojar's right? But it didn't save Pat Shermer's job. But at least if you're going to go out swinging. If you're going out, right, and that's what Shador potentially gives you as a chance at saving your job. At least Carter doesn't.
And by not coming up here and getting your quarterback, or if you do believe in Shador, I mean, don't take Shador if you don't believe him. That's first.
Yeah, of course.
But right now, this is the coward's way out, because I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna inject as much talent into this roster, because that may save my job. I'm gonna try and get wins, and it's just, I mean, you should have just looked at your schedule and said, there's no way, no GM was gonna plug that many holes.
No,
your best option was to take the quarterback.
Well, either that, or if you believe in the filling hole strategy, you trade down and get more assets, and then try and fill it that way, right? I mean, we put a player in where we already have two players in that position, and I don't think they're good, but you've not upgraded them.
You guys are all right. But if you pick the quarterback, if it's Sanders, let's say he takes Dart, and Dart just happens to be good. I think you're selling hope. I know Tim said it. I know you guys know this logic. Your point, like, no, Sanders alone is not going to save the Giants. But if you give us hope that, we don't have a future right now. Like, everybody's like, Carter, have to finish. Our future, what is our future? Our future can't be tank for Archie. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, I think, in my football life. You want to tank for a kid.
No. I've got to disagree with you. It's not the dumbest thing I've ever heard. There is one thing that's dumber. 2, Daniel Jones, new contract, and what about Brian Burns?
Like, you guys want to tank for a kid that you hope is going to be good, you hope is going to be healthy, and you hope you're going to be in a position to get him. I've never heard of that logic in football. This is not basketball. We are not the Philadelphia 76ers. And even doing all that tanking really hasn't turned out that great for them. So it's like, what? Come on, man. Like Dom said, you take a swing. We haven't even bunted.
I think to Rob's point here, I don't think anyone is expecting that many wins, as we discussed earlier, right? I mean, 5 was the highest, and I can't remember who said it now. Matt, I think, and he was saying that's sort of the top end.
Yeah, the schedule is horrible. Like we're not, and the Daniel Jones pick, yes, I know that was horrible. It really was, but I'm just tanking for Archie thing is crazy.
At least Daniel Jones was a swing, right? I mean, if you're trying to put a positive gloss on it, at least Gettleman was going to have a go. Shane doesn't even have the guts to have a go. I mean, it's as simple as that.
I want to say something real quick.
Yeah, go for it, T-Brad.
Not totally football related, but one thing I'll say is
I know I'm quite good, aren't I?
Yeah, one thing I'll say is this. I'm looking at Emeka Ibuka family. Why the black family on the left and the white family on the right?
Did you see it? Yeah, that looked a little weird, right?
I was like, why
you saw that?
This segregated like a was just laughing. Everybody's happy for the kid, whatever. I was like, I wonder if they know how they actually look.
They'll see it played back.
But it's no different. You sit with your side of the family, but it would just look funny when it looked like that.
It's different.
Jordan
It's
short
no different
story.
in black families.
Giants are trying to trade up back into the first round. Jordan Schultz, of course, is.
If he's not doing it in the next minute and 52 seconds.
Yeah.
Don't let him, Denver. But anyways, the other thing I want to say is, like, Ernie Accorsi was lucky to get a second try at GM, but he always said, he corrected when he had his chance to take Eli Manning, he went for it.
Yep.
And that's what he learned. And you would think that more people, especially with the Giants organization, would draw off a history. Like John Mayer would reach back in history and take a picture, a page out of his dad's book. Like if you can't make a competent, go to somebody who can. Stop relying on these old heads. Go make your own decision. Be brave. Be bold. Tim says it all the time. Like that, I don't understand how people can't draw off a history. Like Joe, even if you're wrong about Shador, it don't matter. You're out the door anyways. Yeah, like at least take.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Denver pick is in, but Mindshift definitely is making, I think, quite a good point. As Mara cares about the bottom line, the business decision would be Shador. Potentially for smart football decisions, as James speaks about, their hope. Winning cures all ills, but we're not close to winning. Hope is the next best thing we have, and it gives you that. Logic's finest here also right. Wellington Mara stepped down. His son has ruined the entire organization. I don't think anyone can disagree.
I mean, he is, but even like what we saw on Hard Knocks last year, right? He wasn't part of the Saquon decision to let him go right to the Eagles, right? That was all Joe Shane from what it looked like, right? So
Strider here, sorry. Steelers are on the clock, and I think we're all expecting Shador Sanders to go here.
Of course. Oh my God, man. Damn, I can't. He fell right to. I mean, good for Tomlin, man. But damn, I can't believe he fell that far, like T-Brad said earlier. Like,
Tomlin's got to make the pick, though. And Tomlin, at the end of the day, Tomlin ain't GM the last time I checked.
Tomlin hasn't had a losing season his entire time there. If he's in there and he's saying, I want Shador, they're going to take Shador. And I'm pretty sure he wants Shador.
Oh, no, I'm pretty sure he wants Shador, too. It makes sense. But you know what? At the end of the day, things happen. I hope Shador goes there because I think it's the perfect place for him.
You're not giving up. You're not giving up anything to get him. You're not trading up. He fell right to you. It's it's almost destiny.
Say what you will about Mason Rudolph. At least you can play Mason Rudolph, and give Shador time if you need it.
Only at Christmas. But Aaron has gone to the Broncos. So the first cornerback has come off the board now.
Oh man, yeah. We could have actually grabbed him.
I could have swore that running back wasn't getting past the Broncos. Little did I know.
Yeah, I thought they'd go running back too. To be fair, T-Brad, you've been fairly spot on so far with your predictions. But
I will say this: a running back. Actually, maybe. What does Minnesota still have? What's his face there? The former Green Bay running back. He's slipping my mind.
They just got him.
Aaron Jones.
But that's not enough to stop it. Yeah, that Minnesota's a nice spot. Pittsburgh's actually a nice spot.
Yeah, apparently
Joe Rev
Shador really did fuck up the interviews quite badly. But let's just keep this here and hope that he's right.
Imagine the Giants go trade up with Pittsburgh and go, hey, don't worry, we're not taking Shador, we're taking.
Oh my God! Oh God, man!
Stands back and picks Shador at 34 and gains assets.
I mean, I know he's going to Pittsburgh because the whole family is wearing black. It almost looked like they're wearing black and gold. Honestly.
Well, I mean, that could have represented the Saints.
Texas.
It's the Pittsburgh taking their time here.
Wow, yo.
It's just for the drama.
Will Johnson is dropping like crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of people soured on Will Johnson after his junior year. If he would have came out last year, he would have been one of the top corners taken. But because he didn't capitalize on it, he is going to fall. I think Will Johnson will fall in the first round.
Oh.
Maybe Philly takes.
Sorry, OG. Apparently, Harmon has gone to the Steelers.
Stop playing with me.
If this is right, then they've taken a defensive tackle.
Come on, stop playing with me.
I mean,
because now we're actually getting serious here.
Honestly, what's his face isn't getting any younger. They need defensive tackle help. That makes sense.
It does make sense, but surely quarterback. I mean, unless they are convinced Aaron Rodgers is coming, and even then, it's a short-term fix. But maybe they weren't impressed with Shedeur Sanders either. You know.
Oh please, come on! If he gets past here, we actually have like a real shot for Shane to do something that actually
If
you know,
Shane
for the
now
first
trades
time.
up, if he comes past the Steelers here, and it's a big if he
Oh,
trades
man.
back in the first round and gets him, or even better, gets him at 34, do we take back what we said about Shane tonight?
No.
Do we just think he's lucky? Because I mean, I'd give him credit for Sanders, but one good thing doesn't account for a load of bad things in my mind.
Listen, man, a three-legged dog can still get down the street.
Well, a broken clock is twice once a day, right?
You know, exactly. So no. It just means it just means that he's alive and he has a pulse. Doesn't mean he's right,
Right,
oh God, here we go. Jeez, I know he's going to. Come on, man. There's no way. No way. No way. There's no way he's not going to Pittsburgh. Come on, Shiva. Abraham.
So, hypothetically, he gets past Pittsburgh. The big game. Where does he fall right now?
Pick it in.
Hold that thought, Lex. Oh my God. No way.
Yeah, I know how you feel, Douglas.
Jackson, please take him. You take that spray tan, cute son of a gun right there. Take him, please. Oh my God.
The Steelers is what Strider's saying. I mean, we think we all agree with this. No way Dart goes before Shedeur. Mind you, Joe Shane and holding that beer.
Joe Shane probably don't even drink beer.
He's double fisting Uncrustables right now.
He drinks Bud Light, right?
Oh.
Oh my God, what's taking so long? Come on.
Not taking.
It's Derek Harmon.
I know what you're doing now. They hyping all this stuff. God damn.
It is Derek Harmon. The Steelers have taken defensive tackle Derek Harmon.
Are you serious?
This is what I'm seeing on Twitter right now.
I don't see it on my. Mel, get your big face off the screen.
Where's the young quarterback coming in from? I'm taking Shedeur Sanders. I prefer him in New Orleans. I don't know what the Saints would take there. That's their decision. I disagree with it. But if I'm Pittsburgh, Shedeur Sanders, the pass scoring band that just made at pick 21.
Yeah, I'm seeing multiple people saying, including Tom Pelissaro, that Harmon has gone and Shedeur
Oh, Dom! Oh, Dom, if he was here, I'd hug you. Oh, Dom, you were right. You were right, Dom. Oh, he's still here. Oh, come on. Ah, nah, this is all right. Now I'm gonna start getting hyped for real. Cause, come on now.
So where do you?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, you getting too hyped, man. We're not gonna do it. We're not.
T-Brad, nah, man. You gotta have some hope. You gotta have a little. We gotta keep some. It's almost like
I've tried that before.
Like he got past Pitt. I'm shocked.
Minnesota, Green Bay is a no.
Come on, Shane. Put the peanut butter jelly sandwich down and get on the phone.
I mean, where now is the next quarterback, potentially? I mean, trading up now is the likely option.
Nowhere.
Chargers, no. Green Bay, no. Vikings,
nowhere.
no. Texans, no.
Nobody in the first round. Nobody.
What's that movie that Rob Snyder plays in where he is a gigolo? I can't think of the name.
Deuce Bigelow.
Yeah, Deuce Bigelow. You know the part where you know, he's going on a date with that big black woman. She's like, cakes and pies, cakes and pies.
Cakes and pies, yeah.
When you heard that Shador wasn't going to Pittsburgh, that just reminded me of that scene.
Charles Showcase there saying that Minnesota might take him. I don't think so. They took
Minnesota's not taking him. I'm not even worried. Nah.
They're definitely not.
And he got hurt, so I don't think so.
We gotta get in front of whatchamacallit though. Come on, man.
Please take James Pierce so the Eagles doesn't get him. Please.
Juan Ventura says Browns pick him at 33. God, I hope not.
We gotta jump him.
Talk with his interviews must have been horrible. Very glad the Giants didn't draft him at 3. I think we all agree we didn't want him at 3. It would have been a reach, but I would have taken if you want him, you take him.
Well, I'd have took him at 3. Hold up, Big Dom.
I'd have drafted down and taken him, but
hold on, Big Dom. Yo, talk with Zoe. Weren't you supposed to come up with 2 things you liked about Jackson Dart? Are you sidestepping here? I got a good memory, man. No matter how much weed smoke you see here, man. Weren't you supposed to come up with 2 things of NFL attributes you liked about Jackson Dart, brother? Or please, come on, man.
Yeah, interested to hear because I can't think of any.
Seriously, I want to hear what 2 NFL attributes you think he has that's going to translate that he's going to be good at in the NFL. Why you like him? Just 2.
Rob here,
and don't say big arm.
He hasn't got a big arm at all. Rob says we might wait. It's only 13 picks left.
Yo, listen, we got to jump in front of Cleveland. Like it almost be blasphemous to not jump in front of Cleveland and sit. You know what? That would be my worst thing, Lex. To sit here the entire time, everything fall the way it is, and Cleveland just take him right in front of us, and then we're gonna take the dart wide of the mark.
Don't worry, talk with Zoe. Shawshoke has got you. It's the hair and the skin tone.
Right now, if you're going to make a trade, you got to go up with Casey as pick draws closer.
Like, come on, man. There's no way you're telling me you're sitting there going to thank the gods that Jackson Dart fell to you. No way, man. No way.
Hey, never. Hey, I hate to say it. Never say never.
I would rather both quarterbacks be off the board.
Hang on, live from the bar. We're all saying we hope we trade up and saying we got to get ahead of. We got to get back in there. But here's Tim.
Live from the bar, Shador Sanders is still available on the board. Will Johnson, the corner from Michigan, still available on the board. What do we think?
Can't believe it.
I'm shocked.
Do the Giants trade up back in the first round, or do they try to get Shador at the earliest pick in the second round?
They got to trade up somewhere.
They got to beat Cleveland. They're behind Cleveland.
Yeah, we got to jump Cleveland. We got to trade up.
Well, Jay Sports Card here saying, is Rams an option for Shador? This is not a stupid idea, by the way. They got an Asian quarterback.
The Rams could be an option.
Do they take him and sit him behind
Stafford of all people?
Yeah, thank you.
It's a
yes. Sports Card, you're on the money.
Jay Sports Card is always on the money.
OGR has been off tonight.
That's why we have you on.
Greg here saying if you want a quarterback, taking one in the second round means no 5th-year option. That's risky. I mean, there are worse things to happen here.
Look at Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, but you don't have the 5th-year option, which is what Greg's saying why it's risky. But I think you just, I don't care. If you get him, you get him. King One Supreme with a $2 super chat. Watch us trade up for Dart while Shador is there. I mean, that's a fear, isn't it, right?
Oh, I have to cry. That happens, I'm literally crying.
We're all crying.
Tears, Tim.
What's that?
I want to see actual tears. I don't want to just see the wailing. You got to go all in.
Wait. Actual tears. Hold on. Crying in my drink.
Amorion Hampton is not. Whoa.
Hampton's still on the board, I saw.
Wow. He's not going to make it.
There's some guys on this board you're looking at going, that's a little confusing.
Tim, what are you drinking?
I am drinking a Captain Morgan and Coke. Big L, as always, has himself a sissy drink. They didn't have umbrellas, so we had to settle. There is a wedding at the hotel again. It's called Jackson Dart Mimosa.
Oh!
It's white and it's weak. Sorry, but
That is so racist.
Yes, it was.
I thought it was called the Joe Shannon Crust Bowl. Sorry.
The question is, are the two quarterbacks going to be sitting in the green room all night?
So we got we have the Chargers on the clock, and I still got no pick.
Yeah, Milroe's not getting picked.
Hey, Chargers. What are they looking at corner? I could see a Michigan reunion here.
How is Shedeur Sanders feeling right now? Hey, good night, brother, man. How is Shedeur Sanders feeling right now that he's potentially been third overall and now waiting potentially till the early first round tomorrow?
When they showed him last on camera, he looked nervous to me. There was definitely nervous energy in that room.
Because you got to remember, every time he drops, he's losing money, even though he's got Sanders money. But he's still losing that contract money every time.
I don't think he cares about the money as much as just the fact of he wanted to be a top 10 pick.
Yeah. It's a prestige, right?
Believe it or not, we're very popular at the bar.
You must be a good
We're having a lot of fun with the wedding. That's not ours. Oh, wait, I didn't hear that now. I didn't hear that. Wait, live, how did you hear that? Oh, he loves that. Oh, okay. Well, they love us, but not him. Oh, that's okay. That's it. Well, you also, yeah. You also got a Super Bowl. Yeah. You also got 3 Super Bowls in 7 years. Got to deal with all these Eagle fans.
Oh, damn.
Matt here saying that Sanders feeling worse than Bo Callahan.
Oh my God.
I like the Rams fit for Sanders. I like the Rams.
Never. Oh my God, we're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Chargers pick is in, by the way.
That's all right. We got. It's all good. Oh, he's a Chiefs fan. Oh, you suck. He was a Chiefs fan.
There you go. Hampton is off the board, by the way. He's gone to the Chargers.
Oh, thank God. Is it Hampton? Are you sure? Sports card? You've been right so far. Come on, man.
So on Twitter as well. I think it's probably Hampton to the Chargers. You're right.
It's what I'm seeing on Twitter too.
Jesus, come on, man.
Sabbatical here at the bar for a minute. We'll call back in a minute.
All right, brother.
See you later.
Don't kick me out.
Ralph Vacchiano saying that the Rams are considering taking a quarterback.
Jackson Dart.
Yes.
Yeah, he looks like a San Diego Charger. Yeah, Jackson Dart.
You mean a Ram?
You mean a Ram?
Oh, whatever. Yeah, same thing.
Wow, James, you're legit nervous.
Yo, listen, I'm gonna be real honest. I can't believe he's fell past this far. I can't believe he got past the Steelers. And I'm actually sitting here going, there is a slight bit of hope that Shane could use one of his brain cells to tell Brandon Brown to trade up ahead of Cleveland and take Sanders.
Why? He doesn't have the courage to pick the phone up himself and actually call the other GM.
Really quickly,
proud to do it.
Really quickly, Talkwitzo has come back, James, to say he wouldn't.
Oh, he did.
Sanders or Dart. I do think Dart had a bigger arm and better mobility. Sanders was the most sacked quarterback in college, and that stat correlates to NFL. But I wouldn't mind either.
Bigger arm and better mobility.
I'll give him that.
I'm not sure on the arm, but I'll give him the mobility.
I would say bigger arm don't mean nothing for accuracy.
I also just have more breaking news here. The Chargers have shrugged off trade calls to take Hampton. So the Hitler.
Yeah, good. Yes. Good. Omarion, no doubt. B2K,
trade
no
calls
doubt.
are coming in though.
Yeah.
I honestly.
That's two teams that turned down trade offers. You know why? Because it's Joe going. Well, I'll give you my second rounder for your first in a 7th.
Like Green Bay right here. Green Bay, come on. You can trade with Green Bay right here. Green Bay, you slide down 34. You'll be good.
I love watching Amari on Hampton. He's fun to watch.
Hey, listen. We got it. If he does trade up against Sanders, we gotta kind of shut the F up though.
Hell no.
I'll shut the F up for today.
Shut the F up. Look, I was happy with him getting Sanders at 3. So if he ended up working the draft and got Carter and Sanders, can I be mad?
You know what? You're right.
Can I be
If
mad?
he actually does that and jumps Cleveland, you're right.
Yeah,
if he does that,
here's why I'd be mad. Because Sanders deserves better. Because what's going to happen? Joe Shane and Brian Dable are going to be fired. Is it any guarantee the next GM coming in there is going to give Sanders a shot?
Oh, hell no.
So that's why I'd be mad. Because I want to see Sanders go somewhere where he can.
Unless we hire Lewis Riddick.
I mean, from a mature Giants point of view, right? I agree with you here, T-Brad. I don't think you can be mad at Shane if he trades back into the first round and gets Sanders at, say, 25, right? But I still think that the criticism of Shane are more than legitimate and more than justified, given everything he's done to this point. But this would be a good move from him if he were to pull it off. I still don't like the Carter pick, though.
This would be the best move he's done since he came here.
Yeah, I mean, I can only think Carter was picked because he saw the movie Get Carter and thought that's what he had to do. But
I know it doesn't seem right, but the Packers have a history of doing this. They did it with Jordan Love. He was sliding. They did it with Aaron Rodgers when he was sliding.
Yeah, but they got Malik Willis.
I know they got Malik Willis, but this is a Packers move. Jordan Love is not exactly a spring chicken either. I'm not telling you he's washed, but he's not exactly a spring chicken either. I'm just saying it'd be a shock, and they don't need it. But...
Nah, I'm not even worried about Green Bay. I'm wondering about a trade though. Like we should be trying to trade with them because it's like who?
Joe Shane was the GM, yeah, Green Bay would do that.
I mean, it would be a big move from the Green Bay if they trade out the first round, given where the draft is tonight, right?
There's a lot of guys sliding. If you're comfortable, it's okay to trade out because this is a draft.
Oh, I don't disagree. I'm just thinking from a PR perspective, and PR is big in sports now. Yeah, mind shift. I wonder if a trade with the Texans might be sensible.
Look at this German Packer fan. He's gonna be there cheering tomorrow. So what do they care?
I'm eager to bring the Eagles will split us and get Sanders. God, I hope not.
The worst thing that can happen, now, mind you, if he trades up and takes Dart, the one thing I don't want to happen is that he takes Dart and Sanders is there.
God, no.
I don't want Dart at all.
Stupid. No, I don't either. We can't get a dude named Jackson and expect him to be a good quarterback. Says Greeny Green.
Don't put anything past a man that loves Uncrustables. Okay, and I bet he doesn't eat. I bet he doesn't even eat the classic peanut butter and jelly Uncrustable. I guarantee he does strawberry and peanut butter. You watch.
The strawberry.
Funny thing is, when I told y'all, hold on, I went and made a peanut butter and jelly with strawberry.
I mean, Omega Supreme is right here at this point. If he wants to start, he doesn't have to trade. I think that's great. Packers are fielding trade calls right now.
Come on.
Oh, please, God, please, come on.
And you know the problem is Cleveland's got more firepower to trade.
Brown's apparently very active.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Cleveland's got the firepower. They done traded down, got Mason Graham. It's beautiful work, Cleveland. Yeah. Beautiful work.
Cleveland wheeling and dealing.
So reports now that the first round could be slow as teams field trade calls.
That's fine. I mean, you know what? We made it to this point. A few extra minutes ain't gonna hurt none.
Dom, how are you feeling? How long can you go?
I'm going until Shador Sanders comes off the board, I think.
All right, I'm here as long as you're here.
Well, that means you're gonna be going 24 hours then.
Well, yeah, well, you know what I mean.
or when the draft coverage ends. Whichever comes first.
Eagles trading up. Eagles are active. They are looking
Stop
to trade
it.
up. Nope. Eagles are discussing moving up with the Packers. Them and the Browns active.
Why would the Packers trade with the Eagles? Didn't they just?
No, Eagles. He's saying Eagles trading up with the Packers. So what are the Eagles trading up for? What do they need?
Well, they'll take
somebody
Will
that's
Johnson. They're going to
Yeah.
take Will Johnson. They have corners. Don't get me wrong, but that type of depth at corner. Whoo.
Yeah, that'd be a good pick for them. Defensive line possibly, but I think the
James
best option
Pierce.
is on there.
I think they want James Pierce, honestly. Because if I was an
mean,
Eagles fan, that's who I would want.
Yeah, they need
playing chess. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say these guys, Andrew Berry putting Shane to shame. You know.
Shit, we put Shane in embarrassment.
I'm saying his own son puts him to shame. Everybody's putting him to shame.
Greg's right here. Cleveland killed this draft if they get Shador. They trade down, they get Mason Graham, and then get Shador. Well, and they're still coming out with picks, right? I mean,
when he got him in order to kind of get him comfortable in his offense, and he wound up to get over a role that many people thought was going to be.
Wow, man. Green Bay's taking it right down. Not a lot of teams have been taking it right down to the wire.
That's because Shane is trying to get that trade in.
They're trying to drive up that price.
Whatever it is, Shane, just give it up. Give up Kayvon, give up the Uncrustables.
Packers are picking. Packers are picking.
I'll die laughing. And the Giants.
Ralph Vacchiano says they trade no deal. So there we go. Packers have turned it down. So these offers clearly not good because that's multiple teams now turning down trade offers. Jay Sports Card here. Jacino Anderson. I'm told Giants are trying to get back into the first round. I mean, lots of people reporting that.
But it's like you should have been trying to do that a long time ago. Like,
well, clearly not, because he's still there. Shador Sanders. The question is, who's trading and what are they trading for? The Browns are the ones we need to be careful of here. Sorry, I'm doing my presenting jazz hands for some reason. I don't know why.
But
jazz hand.
Reporting multiple trades. That's the thing. You've been reporting multiple trades being turned down. So who's to say the Giants aren't the ones trying to get up the whole time?
Well, exactly. And clearly not offering enough.
Sport Cars got it. I just hope we don't come up and get Dart. If we come up and get Dart,
I will cry.
Nah. If we come up, it's gonna be for Sanders. If they really wanted Dart, they would just sit where they are. If they actually trade up,
someone said that earlier. You don't need to trade up for Dart.
Yeah, like I firmly believe that. That's why I want them. Like, if as soon as we hear news that the Giants have traded, it's for Sanders because they're trying to jump Cleveland.
Well, it better bloody be anyway.
I would just, it would have to be. I would think you're gonna trade up for what? The wide receiver. That would be a Joe Shane thing to do.
Vikings taking.
Yeah. Pair him with neighbors and Rush, give him weapons.
What'd you say about
Matthew Golden has gone to the Packers, which makes sense. They need a wide receiver. They haven't taken one since 2002, something like that. Vikings taking multiple trade calls.
Oh my God, man! Come on, man. Shane, do something right for once in your Giant life.
What are the Eagles trying to do?
The corner.
Will Johnson is still there.
Will Johnson or James Pierce. Their offense is set.
What is Cleveland offering that they can't move back into the first round? They have the most firepower. They have way more firepower than the Giants.
Yeah, they might not be willing to part with it.
Probably trying to be cute with it, and then everybody knows you.
One of them first.
Well,
everybody just watched you, get a haul from Jackson. They're trying to really hurt you, trying to get more than they deserve.
Shane should throw in a Pepsi to move up that order, do it. Mara's helping him out.
Aren't we friends with the Vikings? Didn't we give them Daniel Jones? Come on, guys.
I think Douglas is just hoping here rather than anything else.
Damn, yo. We cannot be sitting here to take wide of the mark. We cannot be sitting here waiting to take it. We could not do that. We could not, like, Shane could not be. I better not see him jump up and shake hands and yeah.
Man, I'm out of touch with the wide receivers. I did not know that Matthew Golden ran a 4.29.
Yeah. Yeah, he had quite a his yap's quite impressive as well, right? And I don't dislike Matthew Golden at all. I mean, you know, I'd have taken him after Ibuka, obviously, but I would have taken him before McMillan.
Mm-hmm.
Showcase, at least make it a large Coke, Joe. I think Greg's right here. Eagles for Johnson, surely, right?
Yeah. I cannot believe Will Johnson said.
Well, there's reports here saying that there's a lot of concern around his long-term concerns about his knee, which is why he's falling. Ian Rappaport reporting that.
Falling that much must be a real concern.
Dom, I got to give you all the credit in the world. I mean, not to mention handle the chat, because I remember how it was being a content creator. I handling the chat and doing all and staying up with all these reports. That's off to you, my friend.
Well, thank you very much. You know, I've gone all Elvis Presley for some reason, but I'm just delighted I'm staying awake.
Liverpool.
Oh man,
you're doing it. Do it for Liverpool.
Have you guys been sort of just Googling this to, you know, troll me here?
No, dude, my son is a massive Liverpool fan. He knows Liverpool inside and out. He can tell you the starting lineup or make up his own starting lineup and tell you every country of origin which each player plays.
My daughter's a big Liverpool. My daughter's a big Liverpool fan. My granddad actually was born 2 streets away from Liverpool, so family connections to Liverpool. To be fair, great city, by the way. Really
it is
city.
a great city, and I just respect their organization.
Something like 100%, 100%. Donovan Jackson has gone to Minnesota.
They went quick, at least. Wow. Thanks, Minnesota.
Wow. I am surprised that Donovan Jackson is going where he's going. I did not think Donovan Jackson was that talented. To be honest.
By the way, two protects one, and Mr. Carter pick came in late. I hate that pick. Join the club, I think, would probably be the message right back to you there.
Mr. Carter pick. Yeah, we were all frustrated, brother. We need to make a pact that when Joe Shane gets fired, we're all going to meet up and hang out and have the sip somewhere together and celebrate. We got to all meet up together and celebrate. As soon as Joe
I'm down for that.
Yeah, as soon as Joe Shane is fired. Have to be like on a Tuesday or Monday night.
I just don't want to drive 4 hours to Trenton like I did that one time.
Why did you drive 4 hours to Trenton?
I still had a great time. Don't get me wrong. Met James, met everybody, but I don't want to drive 4 hours to Trenton, New Jersey.
What in the heck is wrong with Trenton, New Jersey?
There's nothing wrong with Trenton, New Jersey. I'm just saying.
Okay, that's all I need to know because I'm from Trenton, New Jersey. I just want to make sure we're good.
No. I'm saying the drive, Trenton.
Yeah, I got you.
Come on.
Harry Roseman continuing to be active.
Who's continuing to be active?
Harry Roseman. He is making calls apparently.
Honestly, I think Howie's rushing this. I think Howie's solid. I don't think
things are definitely working out for the Eagles again.
They always do.
Hey, when you have a competent GM, that's what it looks like.
Oh.
He notice he said competent. He didn't even say good. He said competent. We don't even have that.
I mean,
that would be nice to have one of those.
Eric here saying Joe Shane is going to trade himself. His 3rd and 4th for the 2nd.
Trenton Suts, AJ Drag. Where are you from? Trenton makes the world taste. Don't disrespect us. Trenton's sister city is Camden. Nah, they ain't sisters or brothers, nothing like that. They two totally different cities.
I got
Plus similarly made up though.
I got T-Brad out of.
Oh, Giants are traded up. Is coming in. I'm not seeing.
Are you
it on
serious?
Twitter. Yep. Ralph Acciano reporting Giants are traded up to 25. The Giants are on the clock.
Oh, are you serious? Come on, Joe.
Good night.
I swear to God, Joe, T-Brad's right. I'll shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Giants on the clock.
I'll die laughing if it's Jackson Dart.
It's Jackson Dart, y'all. I'm sorry.
It is.
He's not trading up for Jackson Dart. No way.
I want to see what we gave up. Because if Shador wasn't worth for 3.
As long as it's Sanders, man. Come on, Joe. I swear to God, man.
I'm just trying to see what we traded up, what we've given up.
Next
year's first and the third.
Come on, you peanut butter motherfucker. Come on.
I'm joking, by the way. We haven't. I don't know what we've given up yet, but we are on the clock.
Come on, please, man. Please don't show Jackson Dart on the phone.
I do have what we traded up. Giants are on the clock. We've given them the 34th, the 99th, and a future third.
Come on.
All for Jackson Dart.
Brandon Brown seems hyped. No. Brandon Brown seemed happy. Brandon Brown seemed happy.
All right, Tim, they're on the clock.
Yep, Tim. Tim, have you heard what we've given up? Tim.
Come on. Pick up the phone.
I heard.
Tim, do you know what we gave up? I can tell you.
What did we give up?
We gave up the 34th, the 99th, and a future third. Thoughts?
That's got to be a quarterback.
65th.
It's got to be a quarterback.
That's got to be.
Come on.
If it's Jackson Dart, I'm going to vomit.
Come on, Joe. You can do it, baby. No. Sit your spray tan ass down.
There are reports here that we apparently do like Jackson Dart.
No, you can't do Jackson Dart here. You can't.
No, I'm not saying it. I'm reporting it. I'm not saying it's my view. I am reporting that's what it is.
Oh, he's dapping up his boy. No.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
What happened? Don't tell me we traded back in the first round for Jackson Dart.
We just traded back in the first round for Jackson Dart.
Don't even tell me that. Now it's Shador Sanders still sitting there.
If we do that, we are monumentally stupid.
We're monumentally mental.
Nope, they're already. Jackson Dart is already hugging people.
The pick is in.
The pick is in, and I am hearing it's Jackson Dart.
They're saying it's Jackson.
It is Dart.
It's Dart.
It's Dart.
It's Dart.
It's Dart.
For Dart.
It's Jackson Dart. It's Jackson Dart. I'm not joking. We have traded up for Jackson Dart with Sanders on the board.
It's Jackson Dart.
It's Jackson Dart.
It's Jackson Dart.
Oh, I'm so.
We traded back up into the first round for Jackson Dart, and we gave up that much. I fucking quit.
I am genuinely speechless at how dumb this is. It's Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart is worth 1, 2, 3 draft picks.
And future capital. And the Giants, you got to realize the Giants are going to be a bottom 3 team next year. And the way that the draft works now is that third round will be the second pick in the third. It'll be the third. It will be the second pick in the third round.
I mean, this is unbelievably monumentally. I am actually speechless. This is so stupid. So stupid. I'm genuine. Carter was dumb. This goes beyond dumb. We traded back up with Sanders on the board for Dart.
I would have rather stayed put. I'd have rather stayed put.
34.
I'd have rather stay put.
I mean,
and Cleveland's gonna be able to sit still, take Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah.
Outstanding play.
Just to catch up the chat here, Douglas says no. David Calder, no way. Greeny, I mean, the reaction is to laugh or cry. Mindshift athlete, speaking for us all. I'm done, fellas. 2 protects 1. What the fuck, man? Fire Shane Dable. What the fuck? Or what the? Brian Dable wanted dart. I mean, that is what is being reported.
Literally, there is. Is Joe Shane his own leak? Like seriously, like this was talked about. This came to fruition. Everybody was saying 2 days ago that we were going to draft Abdul Carter and we were going to trade up for Jackson Dart. And I thought it was a meme. That's why I said it here tonight. And I got the wrong pick. I got the wrong pick with Denver. But guess what? It doesn't matter. I was right. I said they were going to trade back in the first round and take Jackson Dart. It's supposed to be a meme. That's not supposed to be what's happening.
We were joking, right? I mean, genuinely joking. I mean, but in all seriousness, I said that he's stupid enough to do it. And that wasn't a joke. And he clearly is stupid enough to do it.
He's high on
by the way, Giants Twitter, again, saying we got the best player in the draft at 3 and we got a future quarterback. Joe Shane smashes the draft. In what possible way has he smashed the draft? He's smashed it to bits with stupidity. This is so stupid.
You have to understand, there are legit Giants fans that are celebrating this on X. There are Giants fans that love Jackson Dart. They're going to sit there and tell you that Jackson Dart is a first-round quarterback and that we won the draft. There are legit Giants. I can name them right now. I won't. Channel, but no.
They're ones that are probably reporting on Twitter. If Jackson Dart came out last year, let's say he had this version of Jackson Dart, which is slightly better than last year, right? But this version of Jackson Dart comes out last year. He's a 5th, 6th rounder at best. And we traded up for him in the first round with Shedeur Sanders on the board. We could have got him at 34. It is so stupid. Sorry, I mean, I should catch up with the chat quickly.
Well, no, they should have. Unless they believe that there was another team that was trying to jump them for Jackson Dart. And they must have been spooked to do it. Why would you trade back into the first round for 25? You must have gotten intel that you thought somebody was going to jump you to go get Jackson Dart.
Yeah, but no one should be believing that, let alone a professional GM. Greg says jackass. Blame OTR. We were joking. We were really joking. Jimmy, what the fuck? Logic's finest. I told you all. Jimmy, no. I mean, no one looks happy. Jimmy says he's done. I'm just trying to see if anyone. Good night, Greg. I need to go soon as well.
Good night, brother.
They gave up the picks to build around him. He should have been at 34. I'm just trying to see if anyone is happy about this. Yeah, we're all pissed. I mean, even I'm shouting, and I never shout.
This is ridiculous, man.
I think this is a good point. It's DeAndre Baker trade all over again, and look how well that turned out.
Yeah, this is terrible, man.
And literally, and this is the
and they're like all excited, like pumped, like they made a power move.
And to try and because like obviously ESPN and NFL Network need to put a positive spin on all the draft picks.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Falcons straight back in.
Did you see what they put up on the board? Better every year. Toughness. That's it. That's all they say. And look at Brian Dable slapping his hands. Congratulations, you're going to be fired.
So stupid. So unbelievably stupid.
I like Jackson Dart. I love Shedeur. We'll see how it works out. Keep in mind, the quarterbacks have dropped a little bit.
Who the hell loves Dart apart from our stupid people?
We can keep our hope that he's good.
Well, Tommy DeVito's cut. I mean, that's the only positive about it.
There's no point, right? There's no point in streaming tomorrow, right? Because we've not got a 2nd or 3rd round pick.
No, we got a 3rd.
We have a 3rd.
Yeah, we still have a 3rd. Yeah,
sorry, we still have a 3rd.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Tim might shut down his channel after today.
I mean, he genuinely rage quit then, and I'm not surprised. Right, King One Supreme. I hate to say, I told you so, but you know. Another 2026 first round.
We knew it was
changes hands. The Falcons have gone and taken the Rams pick. They've given up 46, 242 in the first rounder in 2026. So Falcons are on the clock. I mean,
what do the Falcons want right here so bad?
I don't know. I mean, I'm going to end the stream very soon, but there's 330 of you in here. Please drop a like if you haven't already. But anybody in the chat, tell me if you're happy about Dart and why. Or Carter. I don't think I've seen anyone be happy about Carter either.
Dart already had the hat at the house.
About Carter.
Anybody? I mean, guys, how are we feeling about this tonight? I mean, I'm assuming no one happy.
Are we serious?
Daryl said it best. What a reach.
Those are the traits that Josh Allen showed Brian Dable.
What a reach.
Sorry, real quick, how are we comparing Jackson Dart to Josh Allen?
Jackson Dart, stop it. Stop it.
He's got the same traits. AKA they look alike. I don't know.
I am telling you, Josh Allen is a smarter quarterback than Jackson Dart.
I'm a smarter quarterback than Jackson Dart, and I don't play quarterback. I don't play football. I'm 40. Here's Tim back.
Get a first round. Give a first round.
Tim, I was just asking the guys how they're feeling. I've genuinely legitimate ranted, and as you know, I don't do that.
I listen, guys. I will tell you. I will tell you something that I was not going to mention until tomorrow. I have a meeting tomorrow with Believe Media, which runs the show for Bob Papa, Carl Banks, Phil Simms, and everyone else to sign with Believe to have Online Big Blue part of their podcast scenario. I don't even know if I'm taking that meeting now because this is giant stupidity at its finest. And I've literally reached the pinnacle of stupidity for this organization because you take a defensive end when you picked up the option for $16 million for Kayvon Thibodeau.
Thank you, Falcons.
You traded assets for Brian Burns, gave him $120 million, and picked up a guy that the NFL Network even says can't play the run. Then you draft a quarterback who's coaching Lane Kiffin. Daniel Jonesed him by cutting the field in half, giving him two options, and the second option is to be to run. It's unbelievable what this organization does and the stupidity that they do. I mean, we have been a joke for 12 years and it's no longer comical.
It is so unbelievably stupid. I mean, has anyone got anything positive to say about tonight? I mean, I'm yet to find. Actually, there are lots of people on Twitter that have lots of things positive to say about us. And as OGR said earlier, legitimate content creators. But I mean, I'm failing to see any positives from tonight. Not one. We've given up draft picks. We've taken an edge rusher that can't stop the run when we already have two that can't do it. And then we trade up for a quarterback that can't play quarterback effectively.
Big L's having too good of a time. He's having too good of a time with the bar in my misery.
And by the way, is it possible to get high off Uncrustables? Because did somebody play his Uncrustables?
You know what the best thing about this whole thing is? I don't have to stream tomorrow because we don't pick until the fourth round besides the compensatory pick in the third.
I just said exactly that. I said there's no point, right?
There's no point. There's no point.
They didn't get our 99th. I thought that we gave them their 99th.
No, but they gave up the 34th.
No, but they gave up the 65th though.
Yeah.
Oh, they gave up the 34th to 65th.
No, they gave the 34th and the 99th.
99th. Yeah.
Oh,
we still have
a third. Woohoo!
Whoopee.
We'll screw that up too.
Whoop-de-doo.
We'll take
I'm super pissed as well.
Here's the thing. It's the fact that we traded to get him that made the shit stupid.
It was stupid anyway.
Sanders wasn't worth one pick.
Even Big Al is done.
But this kid is
You're
worth
trying to tell me
3
that
picks. You're killing me right now. You're killing me, Smalls.
Oh, and not only that, these
I
guys,
just love the fact that T-Brad dropped. I'm
around
killing
to
you,
watch them
Smalls.
macerate. That's the thing. They're going to be fired next year. John Mara is going to do the exact same thing he did with Daniel Jones. He ain't keeping Brian Dable because they're not going to win many games. He's going to get rid of him, and then the next GM's got a tough choice. And what does John Mara have to do? He needs to go get a GM that believes in Jackson Dart.
Can we just say now that in reference to the African-American quarterback, the Giants are racist?
Yeah, someone mentioned it earlier.
Can we just say it now? Can I say it?
It's our fans. I don't blame them. It's our fans. They caved to fan pressure.
Jackson Dart matches the drapes.
Yeah, I think
Let's just be honest. Let's be honest now.
Someone said it earlier.
He's from Mississippi. He's got the Eli Manning lineage. I hope to God he turns out to be the greatest quarterback in the world, but you got a guy now that you're on the hook for 5 years. And you probably could have grabbed him in the second round and not had to deal with the first round money. So now you have 2 picks going against the salary cap with first round money.
Yeah.
And
but the plus side is we got a good cap situation. Oh no, we screwed that.
We don't.
Sorry. No, I know. It was sarcasm.
You were being sarcastic. You're being the British.
Anyways,
you're being the British sarcastic.
And Tim, I'm gonna point this out too because you know how like all the picks flip flop. So like obviously you get the first overall pick. You know you'll have the third or what is it? You'll have the third overall pick in the second round and the second overall pick in the third round. We also costed us a second overall pick in the second round come next year.
I know.
In the third, second overall pick
over there.
They left.
Then we're gonna go on and win 0 games and then take Archie Manning first overall.
It's giant stupidity.
No.
You gotta love it.
It's gonna get worse than that. It's gonna get worse. We're gonna go. We're in 0 games and we're gonna draft Drew Aller #1 overall.
Ooh.
At least it wasn't Will Johnson.
Yeah, I mean Christian Hackenberg 2.0.
Yeah, we did. Well, of course, we did take a guy at third overall. Still has a foot and a shoulder injury. So hey.
Hey Tim, did I not tell you last week that we were taking Carter because he's that injured guy that we like?
You told me that 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I have the receipts and deleted tweets.
Yeah, I was like,
and Tim,
I'm cool that way.
And everybody in the world, and it came out today, it came out yesterday. Everybody in the world said the Giants are in on Dart.
Jackson Dart is
loves
not
Dart.
Daniel Jones.
And they also mentioned that
Yes.
we were going to take Abdul Carter and trade back into the first round and take Dart, and we did exactly what everybody told.
Jackson Dart and Daniel Jones.
why is everybody right about what we're gonna do?
All right, we're out of here.
We're stupid and
Guys, we gotta get out of the bar.
Uh-oh.
Kicked out.
Right.
Get out of there before they throw you out.
I saw a trade in half a second, thought maybe we could get Sanders. I think we all did. Why did we trade up for quarterback when the last team needed a quarterback pass and we could have sat and drafted? I think the concern was that someone else as OGR would trade up and get him, but there was Sanders there too,
They
right?
must have had intel that somebody was coming up to get him because there's no way you would trade up to 25 for no reason. You believe somebody's lie. You really thought you were under pressure because somebody's going to come up and get Jackson Dart. There isn't a team here, not even experimentally, that would take Jackson Dart. The only team maybe that would take Jackson Dart would be Cleveland.
Oh, Cleveland's going to sit there and take Shedeur tomorrow.
Yeah, Cleveland is, and then 2 picks later they have another pick. So they stand pat. They just stand pat. The Giants fell for something.
Yeah. Well, we always do.
Terrible.
Mr. Alvarez here saying Jackson Dart better ball out because if not, Joe Shane looks like the worst GM in modern history. I mean, he's going that way.
He won't even get to see Jackson Dart ball out. That's the thing. He won't get to see Jackson Dart ball out because he'll be fired. Not only does our owners, I should say, because who was right next to John Mara or 2 seats over John Mara clapping? Did anybody see?
I didn't.
The one guy that everybody wants him to buy buy out the mares.
Tish.
Right now.
Tish,
yeah.
Just to catch up with the draft, since we took Jackson Dart, James Pierce Jr., T-Brad's guy has gone to the Falcons, and Malarkey Starks, the safety, has gone to the Ravens. Davey, you're asking here one thing no one is answering, why is Sanders dropping? We discussed it earlier. By all accounts, he interviewed very badly with several teams, and that may be why he is dropping.
Good teams are picking now.
Something that we ain't gonna see for another 5 years, T-Brad. I hate to say
it. What are we going to see in another 5 years?
Maybe the Giants resurgence in 5 years. Maybe.
No, I don't think so. Doug Lassier saying he really hopes Jackson Dart will be great. I think we all do. I just don't see it. And again, I think we all do. I'd rather have the Shadur Circus than the Dart Clown Show. Yeah, hear that. Rob here, the Giants make bad decision after bad decision. When they try and fix things, they do it with more bad decisions.
Yep. Well said.
Can't believe they refused to. Yeah, absolutely. They refused to pick Shadur because he's black. I don't know, but it's starting to look more and more like it.
Not just because he's black. He's black and confident. He's chatty. He's just not the black part. Because they would have took Ward if he was there at 3.
Yep.
Yeah. Cedric Jones 2.0 and Dave Brown 3.0.
Dave Brown, yeah. He says Cedric Jones.
Guys,
Daniel Jones.
I'm going to wrap this up, guys, because it is 4:15ish, nearly in the morning, and I got work in the morning, so I need to get a couple hours, Kip.
Appreciate you.
Final thoughts, though. T-Brad, I'll come to you first.
Fire Joe Shane. Nothing else to be said.
I couldn't agree more. OBR? OGR, sorry. Not OBR. OBR is something very different.
I've been saying it for, I don't know. I put it out on X. I said, and Tim retweeted me. I said, Brian Dable and Joe Shane are dead man walking if they take Abdul Carter and Jackson Dart, and they did exactly what they told the whole world they were going to do. And at this point, our own GM has to be our own leak, because it makes no sense how every year everyone knows what we're doing. Our own GM, he must be high off Uncrustables.
I don't know what these Crustables are. What are these Crustables?
Pre-made peanut butter and jellies.
With no crust.
With no crust.
They sound disgusting.
You can put them, and the funny thing is, you put them in the freezer and then let them mellow overnight. Or like when you want to take it out and you let it thaw and then you eat it.
That sounds absolutely revolting, a bit like our picks tonight. Guys, everyone in the chat, thank you for tuning in. OGR, T-Brad, Don earlier, and of course Tim and the guys that drove all the way to MetLife for that. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I think we can all agree that this on paper looks a terrible, terrible night for the Giants.
And on top, got kicked out of the bar.
Yeah. Well, at least we got to see that. But yeah, it's we're going to leave you with the news that Abdul Carter has been taken at 3 to add to the running backs, edges, sorry, that we've already got that can't block the run. And Jackson Dart, who at best was 3rd quarterback on people's boards and was not a first-round projection from almost anybody, is off the board and is a Giant, with the news that Shadur Sanders, as we speak, is still sitting there waiting to be taken. So once again, thanks everyone that's joined in the chat and live, and let's look forward to another horrid season ahead. And as T-Brad said, these guys have to be fired. It's a shocking pick. But anyway, thanks all for watching. We'll see you soon.
Peace, everybody.
Peace.